with what you'd look at to be a bit of a greedy one with a Pia Invoker. They're making
TP out, but Crit was ready, so Ori had to cancel the TP. It looks like he is tanky enough, this level 8 Viper, to walk away.
He's got PYW behind him as well.
And EG, you know, they won't fall for it, they won't overextend the aggression. They've secured this area for RTZ to continue to farm.
They want mid though. Ramses is already here.
The raw setup into the Sunstrike, it's a lot of burst. Yang just gets eliminated by the two of them. They'll try and turn. Eurus has the RP, dragging Ramses back underneath the tower, punching down with the tower hitting him, but Fly, he heals him up. They'll commit the overgrowth. They've got to find something, Vici Gaming, and they will. They'll get Ramses in return.
In the river.
He's playing around with PYW, another roll forward. Crit ticking down low. Crit will fall, and PYW TP's out back to base before the Magnetize kills him off. So Vici Gaming finally able to get themselves a couple of kills in the action.
Finally able to punch back when they do bring and have their RP available. Level 11 still on Eurus. He's still very high level on that Magnus, having a great time, as we expect him to do so. But yeah, Abed having this Exort build is really making the difference for me. Just having, like the panel had mentioned, we're going to be concerned for EG on their damage, but because they have this, it's enabled them to get all of these kills, just those Sunstrikes, these Meteors, etc.
Just a 1k gold in it, 12 minutes into this match. EG with a superior moves, but Vici Gaming not falling too behind at all with regards to their farm. Their cores right there besides that of the 3 on EG. They spot him. And I can see why they're going to look for a poke, a bit of a setup onto Ramses.
No overgrowth just yet. Bit of a tough one there, and Crit is lingering on the side. Crit is limited on stones, though, after using that Magnetize in the river. That is one of the problems with your Earth Spirit. When you do use your Magnetize, you kind of expend every single stone. That recharge time is very long still.
Maybe EG can do something aggressive themselves down here. Ramses, he's got that roar back. See who wants to head down there to help out. RTZ, of course, for now, just focusing on the core items done on his PL. Doesn't want to get involved. Wants to get that Yasha, the defusal, before he starts playing too actively. I mean, you said it, you know, EG, they'll feel happy at this point, just sort of keeping its tail, keeping the game good for Artur, whilst the rest of the squad, Ramses, Crit and Fly, can get active on the map, because with the lead they have, with these plays they've made, these supports and the offlaner, they're very strong at getting kills.
Yeah, and you throw in, you know, that Sunstrike. Gonna keep mentioning it. He's got the 6 points now in the Exort, so 412 pure damage. It's a lot more to count into when it is just on a roar. So you're gonna land that Sunstrike in most situations when they do set it up.
They're eyeing up from the high ground. Yang is playing very defensively though, behind his tier 2. A little too much of a stretch for EG to go for him right now. But as long as they keep doing this, they know that RTZ will have the entirety of his own half of the map to continue to farm it.
They have RP and Static Storm. They want to fight back here. Yang is actually stepping very far forward here to look for it.
Well, look for the root setup on Fly. They do manage to grab the courier. Fly pops the mech. It should be an attempt for the rest of EG to just split up, let Fly go, pop the hand of God. RP does have to be committed. It will get them the kill. But the rest of EG are out of there.
PYW actually wanted a secondary target. He was running forward for a glimpse.
He may still get it.
He's looking.
They're going to turn. Ramses pops the roar. There's the combo with the Sunstrike. The roll forward. PYW cannot get the Static Storm off. They'll turn with Overgrowth. They're hitting hard. Eurus and Yang slicing apart the Earth Spirit. As Eurus finds that double kill, Vici Gaming now showing they're very ready to respond to the way that EG wants to play. They'll get down, regain some map control, taking back the outpost. And these kills propelling Eurus closer and closer to some very, very fast item timings, of course, on the Magnus. He's already top net worth. He has that Echo Saber, and he's 2,000 gold into the Aghanims already.
And they're having good levels as well. Abed actually gets Divine Favor down toward bottom to try to put some pressure on here, but they will actually be able to back away. Yeah, he's level 13 on the Magnus, level 12 on the Viper. Yep. They are getting a bit more, at least on the experience, in comparison to EG's heroes.
Using this top outpost to position in a way that they can push this top lane out. If Vici Gaming can somehow get some control of EG's jungle here on the Dire side, and will cause issues for RTZ.
They are keeping tabs of him. They have had this ward down for almost, well, more than 4 minutes now, just watching him kind of farming this area. They seem kind of okay with this. They're like, all right, well, we're making space across the map, and then we're actually still getting our farm very well on the cores that matter. Both that Viper as well as the Magnus are farming very well. We've seen Ori, he's been jungling a lot with the Nether Toxin so far in this game. Whenever he sees an opportunity, he just bounces to the jungle, does throw that one out, as Eurus is kind of addressing the lanes more so as he two-shots them.
Mid lane crit. He's going to be able to get the kickback on Eurus. But that point boost from the Bracer, he's got a lot of HP to go through. They'll drop the static stock to keep Eurus safe, make it hard for EG to commit on top of him, and with the living armor, Eurus will be fine.
He doesn't take any damage.
He's doing so much damage here with the poison. Ramses is in trouble. Eurus skewers in. They get themselves the second. Both Crit and Ramses down. EG, they've got to get out of here. Arbed and Arteezy on the retreat. Yang seeing if he can close in on them. Won't have the pit back up for at least 10 more seconds, so no further catch.
And this living armor, level 3 on Eurus. 21 armor Magnus with 2,500 HP.
Yeah, good luck killing that. I mean, we talk, you know, you're saying about the Sunstrike, the pure damage, it's nice, but at this point, with that amount of armor, that amount of HP, that's it. You're not bringing this Magnus down any lower.
Yeah, he soaked all of the damage while Viper just sat on the sidelines pretty much dishing out all the damage. And Arteezy, he's not ready to join the fray just yet. Like you said, he still wants to be able to pick up those core items for the Phantom Lancer, so he actually can't look to get involved just yet as Fly.
He's got the grab on Fly, drags it back with the shockwave. Fly, he will not be able to escape as DY catches him out with the overgrowth. Another kill for Eurus as he's getting very active on the map. Back in the jungle. They have the damage. Ori with the poison killing off Ramses. Vici Gaming, they're amping up the speed that they're playing on. It's now equalized in kills, but of course these big kills now that Vici Gaming are finding is propelled them to this 3K lead. And you know, Eurus, he's only going to get scarier. He's been so mobile, and that was before he has the axe. Now he's got it. EG's got to be prepared for Eurus to just be on top of them all the time.
Yeah, the good thing is they do have a good amount of control for him, but with Cold Snap, you can still kind of deal with that a little bit as DY, he'll just get detonated quick.
Quick setup, quick kill. Oh, it's easy, just a recipe away.
Oop, looks like a little bit of lag there coming in for the players. Felt that one a little bit too myself.
But at this point of the game, it really does feel like we have that same question about the Magnus that we've seen in many of the games here at this LAN. How do they quite kill him? With the backup, the draft that they have around Eurus, it's so hard for them to take him down.
Yeah, and he's very tanky, and the thing is too, we're not really getting to the point yet where he also has everything on his eye. Like, Underlord does not have max atrophy yet, so that's also going to be another thing we have to look at when Phantom Lancer starts getting involved.
You say 2,700 HP, 17 minutes in, an abundance of armor as well. Particularly when that living armor comes into play. Eurus, it just seems like he's invincible at this early stage, at least on the map.
I know, Ori actually, they found a mango tree earlier on, didn't see that one, but he's actually able to keep his sustain here, so he just picks up 3 mangoes right there, and he's able to continue his impact on the map, and oh, another shawl, that's a nice one. Might pass that off to the Disruptor.
Now Arteezy, Diffusal Blade will be on its way out. It is done.
He still has a tough time getting involved is the problem. Like the panel said, you know, it's a first 2 PL. You are addressed very heavily. The pit, the Underlord is a big problem. Nether Toxin can also be a little bit annoying if you do get caught inside of it as it breaks you. So you're unable to doppel, or you're unable to actually use your Phantom Rush as well as also build your illusions with Juxtapose. It breaks both of those. So if you do get caught inside of a Disable in a Nether Toxin, you're not the Phantom Lancer you really want to be able to create all your illusions. And EG, they're feeling the pressure a bit here. Vici is setting up now for top tower. And they're starting to queue up those BKBs, in particular on Eurus. That's going to make him just so hard to kill, as they're mostly magic damage for a long time on the side on EG. And they're looking for a fight.
DY gonna find that setup onto Ramses. The rest of the team heading in. Arteezy getting... You know, sort of sticking around on the sideline, seeing if there is any sort of chance for them to find some action out of this, but it won't be the case. Vici Gaming aren't going to poke any further. Ramses will be allowed to walk out.
Yeah, he's a bit too fast.
4K lead, Vici Gaming just with that commanding control of the map right now. Really limiting the space that EG have as a team to find farm on all of their cores. You can feel
this Magnus is just so farmed. Look at just the comparison, right? He's 2,000 over
How
the
do you
PL,
kill
but
him?
then you look in comparison to a lot of the other heroes, he's just farming at that very alarming pace. Level 17 compared to level 14 of the PL.
And that's sort of the great thing about this hero as well. You're this tanky. It's not like you struggle in terms of offensive damage output. You know, if any chance Eurus gets to land down an RP with that Empower, he hits so darn hard. He's got the answer for the illusions. He's going to be able to cleave through them all. EG, they've got to have some sort of a plan to deal with the mag.
At the moment, I'm not too sure what it is they're getting really tanky and pretty farmed on the side of EG. They are sitting back and starting to get their farm up, but they're falling a little bit behind on that gold. As their heroes they don't farm at the same pace. You know, an Invoker does not farm at the same pace as the Vipers and the Magnus. He's doing still a good job because of the kills that he's gotten, and he's at 140 last hits, but yeah, you can see there, it's a 4K gold lead, but that experience really is starting to trickle up in Vici's favor.
Yeah, Eurus is, you know, regardless of the hero you put him on, he's always got this insane, you know, idea of sort of the farming patterns that he needs to stick to. His Terrablaze, PL, Slugs, he's always around the map perfectly.
Yeah, still starting to see some lag there coming in as they are moving across.
EG, RTZ is sort of the man they're going to be looking towards. He's nearly got his Manta.
Just what can he do with it, right? Because there's a lot of counters versus him here.
Now these very, very beefy heroes, the mana burn will be of a little annoyance. But,
until they get BKBs, which the Magnus at least is getting. Vipers is going to be some time till he does get it, but he's queued it up as his third item after that Maelstrom and Dragonlance. So those BKBs, you said EG's damage is already kind of starting to show what we were talking about, how it's going to lack. And with those BKBs, it's definitely going to be a lot more lackluster.
Yeah, the question is really if EG's going to be able to burst any of these heroes throughout the duration of a good brawl from Ramses. But that's very hard to see at the moment with the lead that Vici Gaming have, being each nearly close to an item ahead.
And also having, you know, 3,000 plus HP Magnus, who's soon going to have level 20 talent too.
Back in Mantadon. RTZ still going to be focusing on getting that next item after it. The Vanguard out on Yang. You're just seeing these heroes tank up to a point where the PL just doesn't seem to be a problem for Vici.
No, and he's got the Bastion queued up next, which sure, it'll add him some damage, but it's still the same thing, sticking on targets. He's got to somehow clear those backlines early on, and I think Vici's kind of okay with just, like, they're looking for a fight here, but they want their BKB, and they're pretty much are going to have it done on Eurus before they take a fight. That is pretty devastating for EG. EG, maybe starting to try to ramp things up here. Ramses and Fly. Both look for a smoke, but Ori, he just walks right into them.
And there's going to be a point where bottom, RTZ will be able to jump away. PYW, you're not looking to lay down. They've got the catch. PYW, he gets the grab back. Static Storm into RP. RTZ's just dead and gone.
And this is them looking for a fight before BKB comes out. Now BKB is at the ready. Feeling a big concern here for EG.
And that's EG, you know, that's their carry. This is what EG is trying to build up and fight with. And RTZ just collapses. And then just as soon as EG just look at it.
He's dressed, like we've done first two taking the PL. They are still trying to sneak in here, EG. While they did lose the PL, they are looking to set up for a rush here. See if Vici is aware of this one.
They feel they can't do it quick enough, EG. Now having to abandon that plan. They're gonna go for the smoke, see if they can maybe catch someone out alone. Mid lane, PYW does show. There's the Thunderstrike to help push the wave out. And a back away, does step back in. Ramses will manage to get the reach off with the Roar. Sunstrike and Chaos Meteor bring him low. Still gets the chance.
Gets the use off.
The Living Armor's there, it doesn't matter. They do get the kill, but now Vici Gaming's ready to learn. Eurus goes straight in. A buyback from PYW. Vici Gaming know how strong they are. They want to make this fight happen. Skewer across. Eurus pops the BKB. He's cleaving them down. Another kill's picked up. Ramses hits the neck.
They're on Ori.
This Viper falling low. EG, they found something, but can they find anything more? Mana of Vici Gaming's hero is slowly getting burned. RTZ, doppelganger over to the side. He has to keep his distance. DY eyeing him up as well as Yang. He's up to the high ground, backing away. Eurus just cleaning out the PL illusions, trying to keep their eyes on the real one.
He's getting Divine Wave favored. Oh, he actually gets pulled out there by Fly as he's getting stalked.
A little bit of a kickback there from EG, getting one of the cores, managing to kill Ori. Still, though, you see the struggles of how hard it is for them to find this.
And you see the tank ability too. They blow up the disruptor, but
they haven't quite spotted him there. He's got his little hidey hole.
There we go. He's taunting as well. You know, we love it. That's one of the best taunts in the game.
He's having a good time there, Crip. Keeping the spirits high for the squad.
But that was a fight there where Eurus did not have RP. So now Vici, they're like, all right, we still have our ulti available. We can look for something. And look at the wards they have down bottom.
They're so quick to move, Vici Gaming. See if they can catch Abed.
They want Abed.
The pit does manage to turn quickly with a tornado. He backs away. They drag it back with a shockwave. BKB committed by Eurus. He lays down the RP. Another skewer. A few right clicks and a punch down. Eurus gets the kill. Abed is gone. Drag back PYW. He's got the catch for more. The glimpse gets Fly. Another 2 kills for Vici Gaming. And the team just swarms the map. Takes action wherever they wish to find it. A tier 2 tower will go down in the mid lane as well.
This game's starting to look really difficult. Yang also starting to become a pretty big beefcake as he's involved in most of these kills. He has 54 permanent damage too, so he is going to start packing a pretty decent punch. And he's got a Crimson Guard too that we didn't actually point out, but amazing item versus PL. It seems like they've had for the last like 10 minutes just the solutions to everything that EG does have. And now they're making their way into a Roche pit. I don't know if EG can contest this one. Doesn't seem like they will be able to at all, even if there is RP down. They will know that it is up. The Dominator does peek forward.
Maybe Crit can go for a big play. Does he want to try and throw his life into this? He's not going to. They've got to step back. They have to let Vici Gaming take this. Aegis over the way of Eurus. You couldn't kill him once. We'll see if they have any sort of a hope of killing him twice.
And we usually see the Magnuses go for the skewer talent, but because he's playing the one position Magnus this game, he takes the armor. So, you know, even more, 24 armor now on this man.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Immediately looking for another fight. Even when they don't have their RP, they don't care. They know how strong they are right now. EG unable to actually take these fights at all.
Eurus and the gang looking terrifying. Another movement straight up top. Ramses is being hunted. Dragged back with the shockwave. They're laying down the pit. Ramses is going to have to let himself fall. No chance for the Beastmaster. As Vici Gaming, they just cannot be stopped, as it seems. EG have no answers to the power that Vici Gaming has reached at 26 minutes.
Not at all. As we do see, you know, Abed has an Aghanim, so he's got, you know, Cataclysm is available now for himself too, but do they have things to actually keep people inside of it and land a good one? They don't really have the heroes for it. They've got a Roar, they've got a Rolling Boulder, and that's kind of it for them to look for this as, oh, look at this Dark Rift. Vici, with these aggressive wards, they're looking to try to catch something here. PYW, he's got Telescope and Spider Legs.
Oh man, yeah, that reach with the glimpse is going to be insane.
We see that 86% win probability of the Joker. He's fallen behind. He's a faster as well. It's just RTZ farming, and we gotta keep beating it, but it's a BPL who's the dress throughout all stages of the draft. Ori actually decides to not even go for the BKB. He goes more greedy. He's like, all right, I can actually go for a Mjolnir in this game.
He knows. Yeah, put that shield down on someone, and suddenly whoever a courier is not lost, as EG just struggle to be able to find anything going their way really here in the mid game. As Vici Gaming, they're up to the high ground, knocking at the tier 3s, 20 seconds without Ramses. RTZ still not ready to turn up for these fights. And even if he does,
he can't contribute.
What can he do?
Yeah, there's no way he can contribute anything versus this. EG, they have Ramses back up soon, but the Rax is about to go down already.
It's gone, pretty much. They've got the backdoor protection at least kicking in momentarily, but the creeps come in. They'll see if they can get any catch, see if they can punish Vici Gaming at all for this. They'll try. They get the Roar on Ori. Cataclysm's out, but already they're trying to take them out. If they do blow up Ori, can they kill Yagata? They cannot. He's out with the ultimate. He'll escape. The Static Storm actually holding back the 5 of them. Crit's going to continue to chase, see if he can find anyone. They've got eyes on PYW. The kick forward, the bottom of the They get the vision for the cold snap. They'll get PYW. So EG, they are able to find 2 kills, but they've lost the racks here. The entire rack's taken away on the bottom lane.
They need a way to protect somebody on the side of Vici. Well, I say need, but they can go for a way to protect people versus that Roar. If they do just get a Force Staff, that whole combo is kind of just negated. That's where we saw the Roar and that Cataclysm be pretty much perfect because there's no way to actually push anybody out of it. And they do catch Ori, so quickly gets detonated, but his team was already kind of like preparing for that retreat. Yang with a very clutch Dark Rift to bring them out of there, which could have been a bit of a disaster.
And EG know, any sort of opportunity like this, they've got to do as much as they can to try and find something out of the map, get the waves pushed back out, far, far away from their own base. Work with this little time they've been granted with those kills onto PYW and Ori.
Look where Abed is just cutting a creep wave very deep. Oh, Courier's just chilling a little bit.
Closing in on his BKB and RTZ, Abyssal Blade. Just about a creep away from it.
So they, like we said, they do have damage with that Cataclysm, but we are expecting items to come out where Vici can address that one quite easily with just like a 2200 gold item. So we do have at least the Hurricane Pike is on Ori, but if he's the one who is roared, that's going to be the ideal for EG to just blow him up before the fight even starts. But they still need quite a lot more of those.
If EG can somehow get out themselves, play the offensive, try and find pickoffs when Vici Gaming aren't pushing in as 5 into the high ground of VG, maybe they have the chance to delete these heroes, get the combo off successfully. Top, Crit actually glimpsed back early, so he's still able to roll out of the kinetic field.
Now Ramses, he's looking for his own play with Cataclysm.
And there's the setup. Cataclysm comes down, not enough to instantly kill PYW though. Crit's coming back in, really wants to find PYW, but Yang, he's taking him out back to safety. They'll go home with the Rift. As Vici Gaming able to make sure they lose no one on that top lane.
And always really nice that you can do, of course, that Eul's play. It does pull your allies out of Eul's to be able to protect yourself, and he's farming PYW. He's getting very close to that Aghanims already, as he does have, of course, a Philosopher. I think I always see him get a Philosopher Stone on Disruptor, but he is getting close to that one, which would be really strong for them. Not really preventing any type of BKB so much, but the damage also does, and when those BKBs do eventually come out, it will be very potent, as he does have the Eul's combo too, which we see him do pretty much every time he does play Disruptor. No way to really prevent. If you get Eul's and he drops a Static Storm under you, you're stuck in it. Cannot do anything to prevent it when he has that Aghanims. As Aegis is reclaimed about a minute ago.
Now Arteezy's build fully focused on the offensive.
He has to, it feels. If he goes for any type of defensive item, it feels like his damage is just going to be negligible versus the aura from the Underlord in particular and versus that Crimson Guard.
If he can get that Orchid into Bloodthorn complete, certainly there will be good damage to do. Obviously the BKBs will still be a solid answer, but if they can play around them, poke out the BKBs early from Vici in the fights, they'll have a chance.
Yeah, they're trying their best to stall it out. They're picking up the BKBs as well. Both Abed as well as Crit now do have theirs, so they can actually look to get involved much easier into the fights rather than just getting caught by all these spells that Vici does have. But Vici does have BKB piercing disables, and several of their own BKBs, as I believe they do have the triple BKB now finished on Vici as well. So this is probably going to be go time for them. And their fights just seem a lot easier to take, too. Sure, there's going to be the Roar into a Cataclysm on the side of EG, but Vici, they're so tanky, and they just have a lot more tools inside of those fights still to control the PL in particular.
Just making the moves out on the map. Vici Gaming holding onto their own half. Still with that lead, not feeling the pressure at all, Vici. I know they can take this pretty relaxed still.
Yeah, and Cataclysm, sure, it does do like a fair amount of damage. It does do like 1,000 pure damage or a little bit more than that, maybe like 1,100, 1,200 pure damage, something along those lines. But you're looking at a Magnus who's going to be sitting close to 4,000 plus HP very soon. And these supports, they're nothing to really, shy at either. 2,000 HP Tree, 2,000 HP Disruptor. They're all starting to get their own health items as well, be it from neutral items or just from those levels.
Not easy. 33 minutes in, despite the the pressure that Vici Gaming have been applying this whole mid game. His farm still looks pretty solid. Sure, he's behind Eurus' Magnus, but that's expected, right? It's a carry Magnus. He's going to have this insane farming pace. RT's
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top shrine is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's top shrine has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
You have my gratitude. What have we here? Earth's bounty. Thanks. They'll never see this coming.
说真的，
但还是不够无解啊。
对，
还是被危机给解开了。
被门马的刷钱美学给解决了呀。当然，同时我是觉得是这个
A gift from the tempest of my friend. Haste.
Не, я просто думаю, кому оптимально отдать. Он нормально себя чувствовал. Ну, обычно это вот как шлем был раньше, да, вот это бессмертие.
Классно это.
Потрясающий вообще предмет. Его только добавили, я сразу, что вы там употребляете, когда вы это...
Я помню эти мемчики с Рейс Кингом, это прям...
Да там
Он просто не
много
умирает, как
мемчиков
бы,
было. Да, он просто живет.
Просто
постоянно.
живет, прикольно. Вечной жизнью. Неужели никак не реализует этот Аегис? Я не понимаю, почему так медленно играет Вичи. Не, я понимаю, гранд-финал, все дела, не хочется стартовать его с проигранной карты, но это, по-моему, слишком слепо, слишком медленно. И за счет этого они могут дать надежду команде его выжить. Тебе получат какие-то айтемы, получат какой-то хекс, абит.
Да, штука в том, что ты вот затягивая время, ты, во-первых, даришь возможность получить нейтральные предметы какие-то важные. Вот тот же Горн, например. Тебе не хочется покупать БКБ, тебе хочется просто избавиться, например, от корней там или еще от чего-то, да, прожав одну кнопку и просто забыв о ней, как о страшном сне. И вот бах, тебе там Горн выпал. Ты там, ну, классно, все, можно БКБ уже и сэкономить, да, и денежку лишнюю не тратить.
Ну, а Аегис просто пропал. То есть они ничего не сделали. Один раз где-то забыли на карте Андерлорда, и сейчас входит в смоук, как только пропал Аегис. Ну ладно.
Ну, это как раз вот и была проблема этой гибели Андерлорда, возможно, в том, что ничего в итоге не сделали. Слишком много времени. Да, много времени на перегруппировку уходило, и они, видимо, решили, что да ну нафиг. Потом смотри, Форгет просто заливает пламенем.
Приятно Янгу, конечно, когда его бьет Форгет, прям страдает. Бедный.
Очень неприятно всем, когда их бьет Андерлорд с эмпауэром Магнуса. Это, кстати, тоже такой момент. Форгет на ПЛе.
Да. Блаторн будет пытаться сделать это. Надо лейт. Надо еще чуть денег. 10 тысяч отрыва от Магнуса до ПЛа.
Лампа у этого, у Дизраптора, кстати, есть, смотри. Это кайф. Как раз на этом герое, да, это супер важно. Иногда хочется просто нажать там одну кнопку. И Дизраптор как раз тот герой, которому хочется нажать одну кнопку, в случае чего.
Вообще хороший. 4 нейтральных артефакта, Еул и Аганим.
Ну и просто ты собираешь Аганим условный, и все. А там дальше тебя вот нейтральными предметами обмазывают, и ты вроде как неплохо даже запакован.
Дивай погибает на топе, его поймали здесь в лесах, убили. И опять-таки у нас 80 секунд времени получает команда ЕГЭ.
Это ЕГЭ, вот они так и могут играть себе.
Я не понимаю, что делает Вичи. Вот что сейчас они делают? Чем они занимаются в этой игре? Ждут третьего Рошана?
Да, они ждут третьего Рошана, но у них план...
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
What did you expect? All healed.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top barracks has fallen. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's middle tower has fallen. Dire's middle barracks has fallen. The Radiant now have
A gift from the tempest of battle.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Your sons have fallen to the ring. Dire's middle tower is under attack. 5 seconds remaining. Team Secret.
He still went to score. Favorite for Vici Gaming. Once the Slark has taken the top one, here we go again. The double slow is being applied to Yang, having a hard time getting away. TP support's coming in. PYW returns to the lane, and Tubman waveforms forward, but that cold embrace giving Doom back his life. But Tubman thrown forward, so we can actually get the stun on the Puppey, following with a Splinter Blast and the range attack from Rubik. Great target identification from Vici Gaming.
Yeah, that was really nice. Any player would usually just throw the Morphling back into you, but with that Morph, he's not going to die. So using the Morphling himself to stun the Veno. Really smart play there.
After he uses waveform, it had to be so tempting. Does buy space a little bit for SF. The advantage for Nisha, like we saw him harassing pretty heavily into Ori. That's why Ori's gone all the way back to base. Now Puck TP's out, and yeah, they really want to kill off Zai.
It's free Agi too.
Free Agi, you've got Dream Coil available, they're committed as well. Centaur does not want to stand around, silence forever, so we can't even hoof stomp, and the TP scroll wasn't available.
Dire's top
From bottom
tower
lane.
is under attack.
Winter Wyvern will have a hard time getting back to the tier 1 tower. Shards will fly forward. This will block DY in, but hey, no, it won't. This is a bird that can fly.
Whatever Secret's game plan was going into this, I really don't know what it was, but so far proving to be just the case for Vici, already up by 3,000 gold. I think they just need to get some kills on the board, but they need some levels first.
He's so close. Fadebolt's going to connect. They've still got Telekinesis. Shards to block in. The Gale and only clips PYW. Slowing down his ability to close the range for the level 2 Telekinesis.
Doom does have the Cloak Aura on his creep. So even less damage coming out from the Radiant side. SF as well as Veno primarily relying on that magic damage.
There you go. Shovel it up. No, I got a Cobalt.
Yeah, I was going to say get the Cobalt for the XP. He needs that 6 as soon as possible.
And it's a level 4 Doom. Level 5 and a bit Centaur.
Yeah, they're free to apply this pressure, but Nisha, he is out leveling Ori in the mid lane. So that is a potential saving grace for Secret here.
Mid one's returned to the bottom lane, hiding in the trees, but with Puppey's pull, the tri lane just moves over. And Puppey, he feels a little bit too far out. Mid one's going to arrive, slowing down Yang. The Infernal Blade will burn Puppey. Mid one, jumping over, just turns into Yang for a second with Nisha's arrival. Yang should not be able to escape this one. Nisha, a big kill, but that's his rotation off the mid lane.
Look at the Slark's net worth though, man. 4,100, top of the leaderboard. I mean, usually I don't look at net worth this early on in the game, but what a ridiculous disparity
Radiant's middle tower is
at this start,
attack.
just compared to anybody on the side of Secret, not just Matumba Man.
Yeah. Don't know how you stop this.
Yeah, Centaur's getting good levels, but Doom still ahead of him on the net worth by a drastic margin of 500 this early on. When you think that Zai, being already level 6,
Dire's middle
would have that
tower is
advantage
under
when Doom's
attack.
only level 4, but that's just not the case. They are staticking the net worth lead.
They want to
though.
go for Rubik. Shards will block it up. Mid one's going to close the range a little quicker to get that tag team to work. That'll work. Stampede coming in. Nisha, 1 raise, 2 raises. He's got the wrong max range to also go to work. And Winter Wyvern will cold embrace, but Ori's moved in. He's got the Dream Call. He's going to go for his opposite mid, and Nisha looks to wind up nothing because he's got nothing. He doesn't have that ultimate available yet. It's only in level 8, and he's a 4-4 build.
Eurus already TPing bottom, looking to be a part of the fight here. Free agility.
Chase Puppey under the tower. Puppey begins his TP out. Can't complete it. Yang providing just that little bit of extra damage to actually take the last hit. But yep, 3 permanent agility currently on Eurus. 9 minutes in. Zai, now he's on the run underneath the tower. Telekinesis has already been used. Zai, man, that's ballsy. He's salving, he's not TPing. The Morphling is nearby. Observers and sentries planted. Zai now comes out. He doesn't have Stampede available. And you've also got Ori. And this guy just loves to keep the rotations going. But Matumberman sees the potential kill over on the Rubik. If he hits the waveform, Shards flying forward. Now silence! Ori catches him. The Hop stop won't connect from Zai. Matama's rotation ends up for naught, and Zai is the man retreating out. They're trying to push the limits. It would have only got them to support. Zai will dig, and then he'll go down too.
Oh my god, he also fed the 7 extra gold to the puck in the meantime.
So Eurus gets to take the tier 1 tower on top lane while Secret fall apart on the top.
All jokes aside, sick play from Ori on the puck, but at the same time, they made it pretty easy on side Secret. No instant disables, just dodging the Centaur stun relatively predictably.
Oh, VG feeling very royal. The jelly is into the Rubik. And he'll even give one over the puck, I believe. Yep.
And the other one for the Slark? Poor player?
Yeah, look at him go. He's being a real support.
Wow, what a boss.
He'll even pick up the bounty runes on the way through.
He's almost got a Diffusal Blade already on Slark. That's going to be an 11-12 minute Diffusal Blade. Level 10.
This speeds up. Top tier 1 towers finally draws down. Snowball forward, the whip to wipe, and the chance can catch him out. The D1 out does hit the ground. Anisha and Matoma, that's just so non-maneuverable. They have to walk their way in. Now, a 2-minute entry call. All raised by D1 this time. Another quick silence. D1, he's already there. Into the 2. It's down. It's on the SF. Over the U. Let's drink all the most of the damage. Be a little more effective. Crossing on more. Europe up to support. The top out Snowball. Delaying it up. But look at Doombringer. It's movement speed. You already got the kill on this one. But Nisha can't outrun the Doombringer. He's on the speed or inside of a target. Away from my core.
That's a Stampede down, though. I think that ability is more important for Secret than the Doom is for Vici. Already have the Diffusal Blade on Slark, going the Ags next, as we talked about. That point, man, they already can't kill him now. I'm looking for a window for Secret. Where does this game get simpler? Dota Plus seems to think they're in a decent spot. 39% chance with them here.
Where does that 39% come from?
That's what I want to know, Dota Plus. Give me an explanation, please.
Yes, numbers without reasoning make no sense. And this puck has been everything as far as one of the greatest heroes of this tournament. Now he's got one of the big parts of it, the phase shift attack. Level 10 is up, going for Blink Dagger for Ori next. Looking to stay with the initiation. And the normal build from the Slark with the Aghanim Scepter. As most things happen, once the tier 1 tower and bottom lane is lost for Radiant, they'll also lose that outpost. Doombringer will claim that. More jelly. Centaur does not wait. Zai consumes one.
He's going a Blink Dagger of his own, but by no means does that secure kills. That's the difference in my opinion. Once you have this Blink puck, almost everyone on Secret will die to that Blink coil silence, but you have to Blink Centaur Stomp a Slark or a puck. If they're aware, if they're ready, they're gonna be able to react to that. But if they manage to find that opening on the side of Secret, they can blow the game wide open. It's kind of like they already did previously in this series.
Vici are the ones who are hunting. 3-man smoke up. There was a ping that came out, and I think mid one was meant to move over a little early so he could check for the smoke gank, and then he'll end up walking into it. Nope, Nisha's there too early. Got one quick raise, a Death Requiem's out, but the Dream Core catches Tusker, who was coming over to try and help out. He might be able to snowball quickly. Nope, just dies straight up. And then towards the mid, Doombringer. Doom is back off cooldown. He just throws it out.
Hope he jukes him.
That he does. Back up to his Plague Wards. Matoma sitting in the back lines, but yeah, you don't juke for long. Eurus now has a double kill. Actually helps the fact he gets over. 6 permanent agility. Yeah. And now they think about Zai on bottom. Nah, Doom's just cleaning up the mess. Feels like Vici have to make a huge mistake for Team Secret to get back in this game.
I think they have complete control whether or not they win this game. I think as long as they play smooth, don't overcommit at any point, look for kills off cooldowns, but don't need to force it otherwise. Going for the Diffusal Blade on Matoma, he originally had the Lincolns, has the casual Ring of Health, but I think he's realizing that he can't afford to go for this luxury item against the Doom. Even though I wouldn't even consider it a luxury item. I think it's almost a necessity, but it's just going to come online too slowly, I think, if he does.
This is so fast for Vici Gaming just to turn around. Every 70 seconds that Dream calls off, you know this puck continues to hunt. He's even going to use the Arcane Rune just to slow it down a little bit more. Stampede forward, goes up, goes down, doesn't want to have to break it. Ori is nearby, he went in pretty deep, and now Puppey, well, he's got no Nova, then he's got no HP. Down he goes, mid one Nisha, they're both trying to get into this. And what have they really got? They've got nothing because Stampede got stolen. So Vici Gaming, they disengage, and now they re-engage under the Dome Dire Observable. Another great double silence. This looks so easy. And you know Doom is diving.
Radiant's middle tower is under
But
attack.
Yang thinks twice about it. A level 5 Tuskar does not seem worth it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Interesting box being drawn by Puppey. He's basically just drawing around the northern side. Maybe that's the only place they really can fight now, where the tier 1 tower still
Radiant's
exists.
middle tower is under
Get some
attack.
vision around this area.
You need to try to take fights on your own terms on the side of Secret. They're kind of just playing reactionary Dota right now. I don't think you can afford to just keep letting VG do this, but until the Centaur blink, I don't really know what you do to force the fight for Secret.
You know how far ahead the Slark has to be? Diffuser Blade, not even just going straight Axe. He's got a Midas coming out on the Courier.
Wow. Is that necessary? That's
No.
kind of my question, right?
Hey, who were we talking about before in the back room? About like you pick up the, oh, sorry, it was Pegasus. it was Jimmy.
Yeah.
The Tidehunter Midas. You're ahead, but is this going to keep pushing you further ahead?
Is modeling your gameplay off of Jimmy the right play? Totally. I'm just kidding, Jimmy. If you're listening.
He's somewhere here in Singapore. Mid one, Snowball. Delaying the inevitable. Nisha, oh no, the curse is up. Hold him in position. Doom up the SF. He only had 19 souls to begin with. He's going to drop down a little bit more. He's like, can someone please deny me under my own tower? Down to 10 souls. And that's the 4th death for this SF. Top. They just keep going and going.
Kills galore for Vici.
Plus 9, about to be plus 10.
No
Zai just cannot walk away. At this point, I wouldn't even get yourself a beverage. Be preparing yourself for the GG call. VG are in permanent control of this map. And Team Secret, you said they're playing reactionary Dota. I don't know how they initiate. You don't have a blink on Centaur. Your shards can't block up. The Rubik just used a Stampede to escape. It was wearing off anyway.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
You hate to say it at the start of the game, and I kind of hinted at it. This is like the worst draft I've seen
Here they go.
in a while. They got to make something happen now.
They're going after Yang. This is where they could potentially get a kill. Some kind of upside. They're walking away from them.
He's already got a
Take him in the
pint.
snowball. You may as well commit to it. Your snowball's not even long enough. Yang out walks the snow.
I can relate, Toby.
No, no, no.
Does have the point booster towards the Ags as well.
Well, here we go. PYW locked inside the shots. Telekinesis being used. We're getting stun over on Nisha. Now the Stampede forward. Snowball catching out the Rubik. Zai's going to be here as well. But now with the stolen Snowball, he waits this out. Yang still ready to fight. Give him the movement speed. Can he do it? No. PYW will go down. Now they move over towards Yang, but the curse is on the Centaur War Runner. He will be able to tank through most of this, however, while Puck and Slark kill off the bigger carry in the back lines, which is the Morphling. So you got Genova off, but the big hordes are coming over. VG Gaming have just used their money to buy back in. Nisha winding up the Requiem. You'll fear Eurus away, but he instantly breaks free thanks to the Dark Pack. A couple of raises. The Nisha can't do much more. Dead for 46 seconds. Zai will join him in the afterlife as well. Ori's just staying with him. He's baiting out the war stomp, waiting for the phase shift timing. Zai goes down. PYW. Tribute to Yapsor, who's not here for
GG.
Team Secret. And GG comes out. Not even 19 minutes. 18 minutes. And
Evil Genius's turn to ban. Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Evil Genius's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Evil Genius's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn to pick. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Evil Genius's turn to... Evil Genius's turn to pick.
Razor.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn to pick. Vici Gaming's turn to ban.
Winter Wyvern.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Evil geniuses turn to ban. Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Evil geniuses turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Evil geniuses turn to pick. Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
Omni Knight.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Evil geniuses turn to pick.
Rubik.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
Disruptor.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Evil geniuses turn to bad.
Brewmaster!
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds
Vici
remaining.
Gaming's turn to pick. Evil geniuses turn to pick.
Drow Ranger.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. You may now select your heroes. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
The all-knowing one guides me.
Prepare for battle.
I sense a connection between us. I sense a connection between us.
Thirty seconds to battle. The battle begins.
Now, that's more like it.
Denied.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Fear in your eyes.
That belongs to me.
Good heavens.
Double damage.
Now, that's more like it.
I sense a connection between us.
No. Conditions.
I sense a connection between us.
that second point and the Thunderstrike. He hurts.
PYW, bottom. I need a little bit of harassment here, that Orb of Venom from Ramses.
Elba Venom, Degen Aura with the Nature's Grasp, a lot of slow and chase from EG if PYW does get caught out of position. As he carefully pokes with them, they will be able to bring the creep wave in under the tower. So Eurus able to get a good hold of CS, 15 for 4 on his Drow down there at the bottom, but Ramses with that edge, top of the CS at the moment on his Omni Knight.
Yeah, you're still always happy as a Drow Ranger if you're not getting pressured, and in this lane he's currently not getting pressured, so he's doing still very well. Mid, Ori, taking a lot of damage.
Game. He's got the Ferret will win out there. He'll happily tick out as well, getting the kill, getting the experience. Abed coming out on top, and you're going to see between the two of them, because it's very tempting to stick around as Ori. You're sort of having to run the numbers in your head. You're like, is the poison damage going to be enough to kill off this Razor in time? But Abed getting just enough damage stolen with that static link to find the kill first.
He really needs that kill too, because he was really starting to fall behind. Sure, his last hits don't look, I mean, they don't look that bad, but he spent, like we said, a lot of gold on regen. But yeah, getting that link, getting that extra damage from Plasma Field. Ori, it's dropping low in mid. Ori,
they could do it again. Has to back all the way up. We're focused on this top lane because Yang, he's just getting solo taken down really by Crit. He does have the stick charges, so he will live. But you're seeing how much pressure Crit's, the Fly's able to put on, and Crit's able to put on, and makes this space for Arteezy. Arteezy having this very, very free lane up top because of this constant pressure from Crit.
Yeah, great lane setups for them. Already 2K gold lead because of all this. Able to shut down Yang very hard, and like you said, Ramses, he's getting full free farm down bottom.
Now the hero, without a doubt, struggling the most is that Yang Brew, that early death. Well, the two of them really slowing down his potential here.
Yep.
As he hits their level 3, you know, Arteezy. Level 4 on the gyro, very close to the level 5. It's a scary lane.
They're giving him solo XP, actually. So Crit is starting to make moves around the map and probably get some wards down. And that means Arteezy is going to have a very early level 6, which is going to allow him to rotate early on.
The grasp is going to be thrown down from Fly, so Ori cannot back away. Ori's just trying to stand his ground and bring down Arbeb, but Ori will fall. Does manage to bring down Arbeb with him, and with the Wyvern coming in, DY does claim a second line. Vici Gaming able to find something still, though it is Arbeb getting kills before he falls, so XP goes his way.
At least someone's there this time on the side of Vici to get experience from the kill on the Razor. DY is there, so he gets to level 5 on this Wyvern. Able to find himself a nice D-ward too, as that aggression does come out from EG, and he reads this positioning of the Vision. A lot of attention on mid.
Yeah, they want to make sure that this Razor continues to be given that advantage against Ori's Viper. But able to start cleaning up the camps now, with the 6 being hit. As those passive procs, of course, off the back of the ultimate. PYW, it's been found in the river. Crit and Fly making a bit of a go onto him. Ori will come across, try and find some sort of action in return. PYW will manage to get over the high ground. Fly is going to be the first to fall. Arbed does clean up the trade killer. Maybe with the static link, they go for more. They get the cleanse back, and they keep the static link distance, so the damage continues to build up. He's been cold embraced, but they've got the magical damage to burst through it. It's another kill here for EG. TP's coming in, Yang. He's trying to help out, but he's only level 4 on the brew. They need more backup. Vici Gaming, they will get it. Eurus starting to head across. Multi-shots out. It catches Arbed. Excellent rotation from Eurus. Secures 1 kill, maybe more, but Arteezy, he's ready to fight as well. Comes into mid, drops down the cooldown. He's burst down Yang. Vici having to hold close to the tower. They get the reach from Ramses, dragging back into the hands of Eurus for the Splitzer Blast. They get Ramses too. Both teams reacting to the focus around mid. Eurus coming out on top, getting involved with the kills. A very early and unexpected movement from the draft.
I love seeing games like this. Fly is actually the only one laning now, you know, and just for the time being. He's bottom tree. He's like, all right, this is great, guys. You know, keep action happening all over the place. Yeah, 8 heroes brought to the mid lane at the 7-minute mark. Gotta love when you see teams just duking it out, giving each other the utmost respect, looking for those constant battles.
And it all started here with just sort of the supports trying to have a bit of a go on PYW.
Look at Eurus. You see him already. He's just running from bottom. He's expecting to move.
The action doesn't come to an end. Caught out by Crit, and they may look 7, very tanky here with a buff up. He can just run him past the tower. Cold Embrace will not keep DY safe as they're in with the magical. The Rocket Barrage and a cooldown. Another kill set up for Artur.
And he gets the courier as well from DY. Well, or Crit does at least while they are going for that dive. Yeah, very aggressive plays. That's why you saw them giving Arteezy, give him that solo experience. Already level 7. Very good game versus that Wyvern. We see Cold Embrace. As a gyrocopter, you're always thriving when people do use Cold Embraces. You can just stick on them very easy. And already looking to go to pressure this tower. 3k gold advantage. They're really just keeping it and ramping that pace up. Yang, he needs some time to farm on this Brewmaster so he can get that level 6. And I say he's looking for some place to farm. Arteezy's not looking to give it to him.
He needs help, Yang. He is going to get the 2 TPs coming in. They know that they cannot let this Brew go down again. They've got to rectify this rough start that Yang's had somehow.
Yeah, they need him to get his level 6 at a decent time. He's the thing that's going to round them together, actually have good team fight for him for their side. They have level 6 already on their Wyvern for DY, but yeah, Yang, he's the big one that they want to be able to rally around. They actually find something here, or he's looking to stay and get active. He's 3 and 4, 22 last hits on a Viper. That's not usually something down there.
Mid lane Crit. He steps in. The multi-shot brings him low. Slow there from Abed. Tries to keep Yang off him, but it doesn't manage to do so. Yang's in. Does manage to find at least a kill there with that play. And it's a fair bit of gold considering how well Crit's been doing so far.
Yeah, he's up to 1,000 gold now, actually, and he is level 6.
Bottom. PYW trying to find something, I guess, out of this bottom, but EG was there waiting for him. Just an easy kill on the Rubik as he headed over towards that outpost. We'll see an instant TP. Crit's going to try and contest the second outpost. Glints back on DY. DY is ripped away. A kinetic field down. Crit's going to block off any sort of entrance so Crit can get in. He's looking for this. Can he get in time? They're looking for the vision. They'll find the curse. They stop the channeling. See if they can kill him off. They've got the backup. They are in on top of Crit as Crit will pay with his life for trying to go for that one as the teams take an outpost aside.
Don't think he's too upset about that, though. He just forced 2 ultis. He forced the first Primal Split and the first curse out onto himself. Sure, losing the outpost, but whatever.
And bottom, EG know they've got the numbers. PYW is here.
And they know that there's no split and there's no curse.
Time to step up the aggression, EG. They can keep playing this advantage. And TP will come in from the Wyvern. They'll focus their efforts on the tower. The tier 1 should fall. Arteezy staying on top of the net worth, closing in on the drums after that phase.
Great aggressive movement by them. And they're up to a hot start. 4,000 or 5,000 gold lead for them because of the way that those lanes were set up and because of how much that they're just moving. Like we said, Ori, 3, 4, and 2, and 31 last hits. It's one of the lower amount of last hits you will see on one of those mid laners in a long time, actually.
EG just did a really good job of getting this lead for Abed. You saw the start, you know, it's not easy as the Razor against the Viper, but once you start getting these kills, shutting down the Viper, and suddenly Abed, you know, level 11 against the level 8.
Yeah.
It's very hard for Ori to play his game. And they just dive past the tower. The purification, it mutes him down so low. And Overgrowth has to be used to hold him back. But Vici Gaming, they've got the numbers this time. They get both Fly and Crit. Punished here for stepping too far forward past the tower. Vici Gaming really focusing on keeping this middle lane in check, keeping that tier 1 tower alive, and not letting EG fight around this area.
Yeah, they brought all 5 heroes, and I think I did, yeah, PYW, he did actually steal, okay, Nature's Grasp. I thought it was Living Armor at first, so I was like, maybe he can actually start healing up the tower, but no, he does get the Grasp, which is really good on Rubik, though. A very strong spell, so when he gets his Arcane Supremacy.
Radiant are scanning.
Constant battles. Vici, they want to start to slow the pace down a little bit, especially for Eurus, so he can back up, use that multi-shot so he can get that farm up to match Arteezy. He's still doing a good job, but his other 2 cores are suffering a bit.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
And EG, they can keep that pressure. They can keep that speed ramped up. Like you said, drum finished on Arteezy. It's what you want on your gyrocopter so you can keep active in this game. But now Vici, their ults are available. Yang, having that split. They could look to try to react to this up top, but it is a bit low.
Got to be, yeah. I guess that's slow enough for Vici to feel safe because they are pushing in with that outpost still in the hands of Vici. But yeah, Vici not looking to TP in and contest this one. They know that EG is that little bit stronger right now. They just need to focus on getting these early core items on their playmakers.
Yeah, Vici's looking to just catch. They're still looking to catch back up. Ori in particular, like we keep mentioning, it's only level 9.
Is under attack.
In comparison to almost level 13 of Abed in this game. He is really surging forward.
The question is if EG want to try and hold on to this tower. They are smoking up, heading down here. It's a very important tower to hold on to as Radiant, this tier 1 nowadays.
They should match the majority of the aggression. They see Yang as well, and they have Disruptor.
They might get the reach, they do. Crit's got the range, glimpse back into the Static Storm. They're going to be able to take him down before he can get out of the silence. A great catch from Crit. Continues to punish this game that Yang is having so far.
He accepted his fate. He could have actually split, but he decides, he's like, you know what, I'm holding it. Because if I split there and I just run away, then you can see Crit, he held the Static Storm there for a second before the glimpse actually does finish. So not wanting to waste his split this time around. If they want to try to take a fight here, and like you mentioned, keep trying to defend these tier 1s a little bit longer. Bottom.
Stolen Grasp used to attempt to set up onto Ramses. Have to get the damage for Eurus, but the multi-shot is tearing him down low, but he's able to heal up. Get away, Fly's able to come in with the safety.
Man, they actually almost had the damage to bring him down there.
Yeah, multi-shot is always going to hurt, and understandable here. A decent lead for EG, 14 minutes in, 4K advantage.
Look how Vici's playing though. They're bringing all these heroes down. As like we said, Ori, he's just still trying to get that recovery. He's got a Dragon Lance at least finished up, so he has recovered pretty decently during all this. That level 1 Nether Toxin allows you still to jungle pretty quickly. And they will look to pressure this tower. Fly, also spotted, but he's still inside the trees, so he will still be able to stick inside of them there and avoid Yang. But looks like this tower should inevitably go down as Eurus claims it pretty easily. Dragon Lance outranging that tower. They will glyph, stall it a little bit longer, but it will inevitably go down.
Just trying to make Vici Gaming spend as much time as possible there, Fly.
He goes for it.
A little bit slow off the mark there, so Deny won't be there.
That should help.
EG's farming though during that time. Both of their cores. Arteezy as well as Abed sticking inside that jungle. Abed level 14 in comparison to level 11 Ori. He does farm a bit faster than a Viper still. Does find himself a Grove Bow as well. A really nice pickup.
Arteezy making that, again, quick lead for the items that are going to help him fight early on. Getting that BKB online as soon as possible.
He needs just items that allows him to just close the gap, right? BKB, you're going to be able to ignore everybody else. BKB and just run straight onto Drow Ranger, close on top of him.
Nay.
They can get away with just having Ramses alone, soaking up this mid lane. Even though there's 3 here. DY come over to the jungle, but he's just going to end up feeding away another kill towards Arteezy. Arteezy now 3-0-5. An excellent start for him off the back of that top lane that himself and Crit were able to make some real magic happen in the early few minutes of the game. And ever since then, his movements have been flawless. Every fight, he's been there. He's been able to reap the benefits, and because of that, hitting these very quick item timings that this time around in this game too, Vici Gaming are going to struggle to deal with. Once the BKB's done, the physical damage at the moment from Vici Gaming, it isn't that too insane. They just have to really watch out for Eurus. And at that, Eurus, he's still going to be focused on at least getting that first mobility item done, having that Hurricane Pike so he can step into the fights and not worry about suddenly like Fly, Crit popping out from the trees, dragging him back and getting on top of the Drow.
Yeah. If he can keep his distance, though, they should have the damage to deal with him. To at least deal with that Gyrocopter is Arteezy. So trying to jungle here, PYW. Does spot at least the Rubik. Arteezy is a bit sketched out there as he moves away from the Ancients. A defensive ward is placed inside of EG's jungle at the moment to at least watch if any rotation does come in.
Does want to stick around for the farm around the Ancients. Was just a simple warding mission from Vici Gaming. So they continue to try their best to keep tabs on the progression of Arteezy's farm. Yang, eyes on Fly. Fly is already in contact with the trees. Now look for the glimpse to separate Yang from Fly. Mori's still playing very aggressive here. I mean, Vici Gaming, they do have the whole lineup in town.
Yeah, they've got their ults available. They also have a Heavenly Grace stolen from PYW, so he's feeling pretty strong to back up Eurus. Well, EG look to react on this one here. They're getting close to some big item timings. They might wait for those two, as the BKB is almost done for both Abed as well as Arteezy. So I think they drop this tower here, or at least just try to slow it down as much as possible and finish those two.
This is impressive though for Vici Gaming, despite being 8k down, getting away with. We're still finding these pretty early objectives. Tier 2 tower at 18 minutes in. Vici Gaming will certainly be happy with this.
Tower is under attack.
And looking to not really lose anything in return. The creeps were pushing in top, but a TPM will be there from Yang. They'll start to deal with the creep wave.
Yep, EG accepted that one. That was, just farm it up, get these two BKBs, because they're going to have that timing. The double BKBs will be coming out soon. So we do see Disruptor, again, of course, Philosopher Stone, he's had it for a bit, but it's always, I swear, I always see Disruptors with Philosopher Stones. They just get lucky.
Yeah, that looks a little bit of extra help to get crit towards the Aghanim Scepter.
Yep. PYW also, of course, as we see pointed out, he does have his own, so he will be able to get that farm again.
Still very much the struggles of Yang this game.
Yeah.
To get to a point where he can turn up to the fight and feel strong enough to put himself in a position where he can reliably pass the primal split without losing his life at the beginning of the engagement.
He's going to try for the high build actually. So he's done a 200 health count as well to try to tank up as much as possible versus that static stone, of course. Pipe will be another option to at least tank versus that high magic damage that EG does have.
You don't want to try and take this fight.
The outpost coming up soon.
Four members of VG, Arbest just tries straight in. He's maxed up by the heavily pressed. They'll turn around with Winter's Curse. No follow-up damage for VG. They can just continue to chase. They track back there with the glimpse. There's a quick fight to catch up. He's surrounded. Cold Embrace buys him some time, but he still ends up going down.
Yang actually splits here.
They're cleaning through the split. They're killing off the Brewlings, as it seems. As Yang has to create a distance. He's got to get away from here. Crit, he's already on the hunt for a further catch with the glimpse. DY into the trees. Deep is out, but Crit finds the catch. The glimpse there just in time. As DY, he's in trouble. Also finding Yang in the trees. EG, they'll be able to catch the Brew as well. 3 kills for Evil Geniuses as they still continue to take excellent team fights.
Thought they would just look to just completely disengage, especially when Ori just gets caught out there and gets like almost full linked by the Yule's combo. But yeah, Yang looks like he tries to go in and fight a bit here, or maybe try to help out his team to disengage, but an unsuccessful one as EG cleans that one up easily and right around the Roche pit.
And right around the outpost, EG were able to secure that outpost back to their favor before the 20-minute mark, so no bonus XP going the way of Vici.
Looking good so far for EG. Not really giving Vici many moments here. Sure, Eurus is farming well, but the rest of them are most definitely. And now it's not only just the double BKBs that EG has, but also an Aegis that Vici is somehow going to have to deal with. As immediately you see EG, they're feeling it. They know how strong they are right now.
Straight smoke out of Roche. They're looking for another fight. It's proving to be almost impossible for Vici Gaming to do anything at the moment. Eurus, he's out alone, just at the force of the low ground, tried to turn with the gust, but he doesn't catch anyone. Crit, he's the one to find the catch. Another glimpse. The vision's there. Eurus is dragged back. Arteezy picks up the kill. DY has to use the curse to try and hold back Abed, but EG, they're just charging in. DY will be able to climb up to the high ground over the cliffs. He will live. But this game, every single time, Crit getting catch after catch with glimpses.
And they're not playing this pace like slowly at all, right? The double drum builds that they've gone for, Ramses as well as Arteezy, they're just popping them very liberally, cruising across the map, looking for setup all over the place. As Yang again. Crit, he's got Static Storm.
He does, and he's got the damage output from Abed. They'll drag him in. Yules into the Static Storm. No counterplay apart from the TP. And
he's actually able to just get out.
Maybe the decision to set up with the Yules there rather than just dropping the Static Storm. If Abed had saved it, he would have had the TP cancel.
Heads up play there by Yang though. Kurt giving him that tip, of course. But yeah, still feeling very hard for Vici to take any of these fights versus EG at the moment. EG having these double BKBs. They've also just got great item timings. Their supports farming really well. We saw that Meteor Hammer by Fly being dropped on that mid tower. Crit more than halfway to an Aghanims already too. Looking really good.
Vici Gaming, their best bet. I mean, when it does come to sort of going for the high ground advancement, how do you sort of rate Vici Gaming's high ground defense, considering how far behind they are?
That's pretty good. I mean, they have Wyvern. Wyvern's one of the better ones. Same thing with Rubik, who already has an Aether Lens. So they will have ways to at least like de-push and spam away those towers. But EG, they have a very commanding lead, and they are going to keep it because they do farm at a very fast pace with their heroes and can constantly just look for plays. Vici.
Yang forced to split it. As soon as Abed pokes on him, Yang knows that, I mean, there's nothing else he can do. He has to use his ultimate defensively. And of course, that does mean that the Brood just continues to feel pretty useless in this game.
I sense.
Yeah, he's not having fun. And EG, another tower, just restricting the map even more, getting these deep wards down too. Vici's got 5 heroes now inside of the base. Like you said, we're trying to defend that high ground. But EG, don't think they're even going to threaten it here. They can back up after getting this tower.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Bottom tower.
Seemingly in an incredibly comfortable spot right now, Evil Geniuses. Zartizi, Aghanims round the corner. Their items continue to fly in, whereas for Vici Gaming, only really Eurus who's got some sort of semblance of a progression, but even that, it's just a Hurricane Pike into an unfinished Manta style. They are going to look to try and find some sort of pick-off, some sort of movement, get themselves out, at least potentially secure some bounty runes as we close in on the 25-minute mark. But already EG's, they're bringing some members up here. They've already got 2 heroes, Abed and Crit, ready to start a fight. And with how big Abed is, they may even be able to hold their own on this. Can Vici put him up in time? They'll get the lift up, drag him back. BKB's out. Abed
he's dropping.
He's dying. The living armor will not save him. They get the big kill. But now EG, they're bringing in the numbers. The curse is there. DY holds back EG. Can Vici Gaming continue to turn this? The multi-shot is cutting them low. Ramses will fall. No chance for a heal. BKB's popped by Artizi. He's got to get out of there because Fly dies also. Vici Gaming takes the fight. And they're not done yet. They're hunting in the trees, seeing if they can find Crit. Crit trying to do its best to juke them out. Yang, he found him. Gets the slow. Glynn's back will be in place. But Eurus shoots out with another barrage of arrows. Vici Gaming take 4.
That is such a smart smoke play there. I don't think EG, obviously not expecting that one at all. They just bring all 5 heroes with no hesitation, some way to try to bring them back, and that's a huge one. All 5 of them stacked up around the Drow Ranger, so they have all that increased damage. You see how much they actually do. Abed, sure, he gets Living Arbor, and sure, he gets BKB up, but they have so much damage. A great Static Storm does come out, but DY pretty much breaks everything there with that curse and allows them to set up perfectly with that multi-shot.
Yeah, Eurus just able to sit at the side, shoot them all down. EG, push back, torn apart.
And that's the big one too, because that was Yang. He didn't have split there either. They pretty much just got the perfect situation for them, just punching back versus EG. A huge turn of events.
Yeah, these sort of curse setups into the multi-shot with that Frost Arrow debuff, of course, being applied. It means you're out of the curse. You're able to at least press your buttons, but you just instantly slowed down, and it's so hard for you to get out of that curse and get on top of the Drow. Eurus is always going to get the full duration of the multi-shot out.
Yeah, and like you said, he's still farming very well even up to that point. He was still matching, or getting close to matching the Razor and the Gyrocopter, so he still does pack a very hard hit.
Smart moves from Vici Gaming, shutting down that advantage that EG have just a little bit.
Those unexpected type of smokes are super good, especially when a team's never going to expect you to do something like that. When your brew split is down, you just use it completely defensively. Very heads-up play by them. It's a great map read as Yang. He's got the pipe finish now. He's got a plate mail too. He's a lot tankier. He could actually potentially survive through some of those static storms that we have seen bring him down. Not only the pipe, but we see level 15 talent too. 20% magic resist. He is a lot tankier. 64% magic resist versus that static storm. Now also with a craggy coat, he's very likely to get that split off in a lot of these scenarios now that in the past he would not have.
Yeah, I think he's going to get it off every team fight now at the moment until sort of EG get that next sort of damage item out onto Arteezy's Jara.
Yeah, Ramses is definitely starting to feel a little bit of that pressure from those Gust plays. He's actually building himself and has his own BKB finished up now too, so he's at least going to be able to get into a position where he can get his spells off a little bit easier. As we saw in that last one, he's got Gusted and he couldn't actually get anything.
Yeah, still very important that he can BKB GA against this this sort of output that Drow will offer. Some sort of safety.
We will have to watch when Yang, because now we're mentioning he's gonna be likely getting those splits off, so those dispels are gonna have to be something we will have to watch out for. Dispelling that overgrowth, dispelling that Guardian Angel.
And off the back, PYW. The Philosopher's Stone. He's closing in on a similar rate that Crit is himself on the Disruptor.
Pretty fast.
EG just having to be there a little more careful about how they present themselves on the map after Vici Gaming have shown how they can still make the plays upon them. A glimpse back, but Yang heads up TP, knows there's no further way to hold him down.
Look at top here, Eurus. He stepped up far, and there's still an outpost claimed here by EG. Crit is up here. Glimpse is on cooldown for about 3 more seconds.
Try with the kinetic field. Eurus is already out of there. He's going to go straight for the TP out. They've got the vision. They'll glimpse him back. Curse holds Arbet in place. EG, can they still chase for this Glimmer Cape? Gives Eurus the safety to get to the tree, but they catch him out. The kinetic field, Crit reads the movement, knows where Eurus is heading, and with Ramses with their wraparound, they'll find TY also. Arteezy and Arbed close in, get the double kill for the Gyro.
Great TP there by Crit.
And Crit just continuing to read the game very effectively, not letting anything slip past him.
Yep. And he's pretty much got the Aghanims finished as well on that Disruptor. Ahmed.
He's played aggressive here on Yang. Yang does have the split. Holding on to it for now. We'll see at which point he wishes to do so. He will utilize it. Can they turn? They don't really have the members. It is just going to be a split and a runaway. He's trying to get the Storm Panda out of there.
They're just going to follow that Earth Panda around. He's still got half duration, 5 seconds remaining on it.
Can he get anywhere close to the high ground? Is there any sort of save that they can offer? The cooldowns there. Yang comes out of the split. He has the pipe, does get forced up. He's too tanky. They don't kill him in time. Ramsey's in the gang though. They're chasing up to the high ground. They tried to fight behind the tier 3s, EG. The static links on DY. Thunderstrike as well. DY will fall. They're going into the base. A buyback comes out for DY. They've got to be careful because Eurus, he's back up in 5 seconds. Ramsey's BKBs, GAs, and gets out of there. They do manage to keep it clean. They get in, they get kills. They don't lose anyone, EG.
A big steal, though. PYW does end up getting a Guardian Angel for them diving so far forward there. Some nice 4-steps, and also the overgrowth not quite catching onto anybody there from Fly when they do go for that dive play.
Good.
Guardian Angel, though, that's a big one for him to take.
And the Aghanim's Guardian Angel at that as well.
Yep. He doesn't have to be in position for it at all to be able to cast that.
Double damage.
As it was a... Did they have both? That was a 1-for-1 outpost, so... Vici do get themselves at least some of that experience. Chaotic game, though, as another smoke. Vici.
Oh, I bet. Are they going to find him? Oh, it seemed like they might have nearly just got the curse.
Mid-animation.
Yeah. Arbet's TP completing just in time.
No split available for Yang here.
Still very tanky though. And he's got backup. Yang's in. In fact, the silence on Arbet. Arbet getting taken down to half health. The multi-shot shredding through them all. EG's got to back off to the high ground.
There's no GA available.
Arbet has to BKB and run off. The Winter's Curse used to hold down Ramses. Vici Gaming move up to the high ground to surround him. He pops the BKB, but he's still getting punched down by the arrows. Vici Gaming, they're going to look to chase with this. The static stop for Crit holds them back. The field as well, but Eurus moves forward with the BKB. Another is loaded those arrows out with the multi-shot Fly. Turns the overgrowth into the Meteor Hammer, gets it off. The Ori's there with the wraparound. The lift up from PYW. They'll get Fly. As Vici Gaming, they are punching back hard despite this advantage that EG are at. Vici Gaming, they're still getting out and now even making plays, getting kills on EG's half of the map.
And Roche is up right after that one too. They're standing inside the pit. They're considering it here. This multi-shot, it's no joke. You see also PYW, he's not looking to steal any spell here. He's still hanging on to that Guardian Angel as long as he can for opportunity.
Oh yeah, I mean, he's got GA. GA for Ramsey, still on cooldown for 20 seconds.
That's why they're being a bit hesitant with their movements. You saw, like EG, they were very scared to try to look for any type of fight there because Eurus, he packs a punch.
Trying to take some of these towers close to the pit. Take away the control that EG has had for the majority of this game so far. The tier 1 goes down.
Middle tower has fallen.
Vici Gaming slowly but surely closing this gap, this lead that EG has had for for the entirety of this game. It keeps sort of bumping around. They got up to that 10K point, but 2 fights really from Vici Gaming have managed to just stunt the growth and the lead that EG has been gaining.
Yeah.
And EG's got to be careful now. If they don't respect the positioning of the Drow and PYW DY, these supports are in place with great setups, turnaround steals, the team fights aren't that easy for EG. They're pretty hard.
No, definitely not. I mean, PYW, you can look for a lot of steals. The overgrowth, the GAs. He loses GA now. RTZ walks up on the high ground.
He's already down to half health. The BKB's out. They'll try with the Winters comes to the back line. RTZ's committing. They're going over the stack. Eurus is able to split himself down to the low ground. We'll get away with the Hurricane Pike. RTZ's still going to go with the BKBs. Ori shreds him down with the Rocket Barrage. The GA is out. Buyback from Ori. Ori wants to try and turn the fight. The solo GA. PYW keeps the fight, and now Eurus can turn. He looks to fly. Gets the meteor hammer down, slams it onto the Drow, but Fly will still fall. The multi-shot's enough. RTZ, he's trying to keep going for this. He's committing. He feels strong. The Satanic, the lifesteal isn't enough. Ramsey silenced. Vici Gaming, they're still in trouble though, because Ahmed, he's in with the static link, draining Eurus' damage, but Ahmed, he lost so much life for this. Can they kill him? The Heavenly Grace. Oh my God! They're still living league. Finally falls. They've lost Razor. They've lost RTZ. They've lost Crit. EG overcommit. Buyback from Ori comes into play, and Vici Gaming turn around the fight yet again. Another huge swing in favor of Vici as EG's aggression, it's starting to get heavily punished, especially around this rotary spawn. It's going to go the way of Vici.
They charge up onto the high ground there. RTZ, like you said, he gets dropped below half HP before the fight even starts. Sure, Eurus gets drained, but he actually gets a clutch Hurricane Pike onto that low ground. And then PYW, once he gets Guardian Angel, that is just a huge problem for them, as they cannot actually look to finish off any target.
I mean, at what point here, if you're EG, should you be saying, guys, we got to back off? Is it as soon as that Viper buyback comes out?
Probably, but they already were so committed for it. They had to look to just go for more here as the Static Storm, sure, it gets on top of 2 targets there, but Ori, like you said, he just buys back right away and comes right in. And yeah, PYW, another fantastic steal. He's just looking for the opportunities to look at that Omni Knight. It's why we tend to see that Rubik versus Omni is one of those fantastic picks. And fighting around their shrine, they're able to just get that full heal off. EG. Now the game, for the first time, gold lead in Vici's favor after that last scenario. And look at Ori.
Oh, he knows.
He knows.
He's watching the way that EG chose to push that fight, and they know that that was not a wise decision from Evil Geniuses. This game now, the lead has moved over to Vici Gaming's half, a huge swing. That early game advance that EG had entirely gone now.
It was such an aggressive move by EG, running up the high ground there onto Vici, and Eurus. He's able to just get everything off in that fight. He just sat back and look at that swing from 88%.
A very impressive display from Vici Gaming on how to play from behind. That move obviously in itself, very much more so a mistake from EG.
But they were
one that could be pretty costly for them.
They were feeling their strength, they were feeling their damage. They just, Ramses really has to be careful in particular about that Guardian Angel. He has to Guardian Angel and then either heal or Heavenly Grace immediately afterwards. He can't let PYW steal that. Yeah. That will just turn the fight every single time.
And they've got to get on top of the Drow. Eurus sliding around with his Hurricane Pike, feeling strong with the BKB Manta. They just couldn't catch him. Level 23, 4, 2, and 10 every single time. Eurus, he's getting multiple multi-shots out in the team fights without any sort of problem.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that they did get on top of him there too, and he actually had to force step into a really awkward spot into low ground, but either way, he can still multi-shot from that positioning there.
Yeah, the range is just ridiculous. You know, you've got to kill the Drow. You can't push her away because she'll still turn and hit you.
So many defensive aspects, though, as we saw, DY, as well as that GA steal.
Not easy. He's already eyeing up some big moves. He has the Rapier queued up.
It's probably, after that fight, he's probably feeling like, wow, we actually just don't have damage to deal with how tanky Vici's actually built so far.
No, I mean, you don't always necessarily see in games where the net worth is this close, that the need for that sort of drastic item. But you feel it. You feel the desperation for that sort of big team fight winning item. And the Divine Rapier, it will be it. You know, RTZ, he's still, with that Satanic, it takes a lot of time to bring him down. As long as he can be sure that the GA doesn't get stolen by PYW and he's able to get the full damage output with the flag, the Rakes, they can make aggressive moves themselves. The smoke is out. Vici Gaming moving straight over towards Evil Geniuses.
And they give the tome to Yang. So now Yang, his brew split was actually dying in the majority of the fights almost instantly, at least the majority of them. Now he's got
Guys, they're not going to take a fight around the shrine. They saw EG make that mistake. They're not going to do it themselves.
Especially not walking into a chokehold right there when you're playing versus an Axe Disruptor and a Train Protector too. You could just get caught by these ultimates and you won't have a way to respond versus it very easily. But look at them, still aggressively stance tier, feeling very strong with this Aegis and Cheese. Yang. Incredibly tanky now on this Brewmaster. Knows that he can kind of play as this front line. Not too much concern.
Great recovery from Yang this game. He had such a rough beginning, but still now at this stage, he is every bit of a powerhouse as the rest of his cores are.
Yeah, he's had no worry of just getting killed here.
The tier 2's gone. Yang poking at EG, making it impossible for them to get in. Oops. Static Link, an incredibly abrupt one there from Arbe, comes to an instant end. Ramses, he's got to run up to the high ground, the multi-shot, the poison attack as well. Rory stacking up Ramses. He needs help. He's got to put the GA, but it's going to save it. The BKB comes down, but it doesn't matter. He dies through the BKB and through the GA. Ramses, he's dead for over a minute.
And it's stolen. Now they have GA on their side. Oh God, EG. How can they fight back now versus this as Vici? They still have everything available for themselves.
Yeah, I mean, PYW is so thick with these steals. Abed, he presents himself, lifted up into the silence, has to self-stalls. Yang's still the focus, but he's keeping it chill. He's got the final spin if he feels threatened. The buybacks come out from Ramses, but they've still lost the tier 3 tower. Vici Gaming not going anywhere. They're standing their ground. They're hitting onto the barracks. And EG, they've got the whole team alive. Can they stop the medals going down? Static Storm there because the GA though, the king with the team safe, but Ahmed is falling. Ahmed is dead for 90 hearts easy. He's going to attempt to move in with the BKB, but Eurus with his own BKB. He's fine. He stands tall. He turns. He shoots with his bow and arrow. Ramses, it's a dieback on the Omni Knight. Dead for 100. Ahmed, he's falling low as well. It looks to be a dieback on the Razor. Can Ahmed get out of there? Shooting the spotlight. It doesn't matter. 3 dead without buyback. A 4 dead. Triple kill for Ori as Vici Gaming. It's all over this game. Game 2, it goes to Fiji, and EG, they are going to be kicking themselves.
Wow, those last few team fights, Vici, that heads up smoke up, and then that team fight versus EG going into their high ground, as well as into the defensive aspect. That Wyvern curse there, the Static Storm, it's on top of everybody, but Abed's in the middle of a curse, and he just gets beaten down by his own teammates. Vici with some incredibly good defensive plays coming out.
I mean, the support play from Vici Gamer, right? PYW and DY, they just handled DG at every single team fight, even when they were behind, making these moves, that early smoke towards the top outpost, catching out Arbed. It almost, the EG started to feel a little desperate. That play around the shrine, you don't see a lot of teams make that sort of mistake. You only make that aggressive play if you feel that there's no other way out of that situation they were put in.
Five seconds remaining.
Vici Gaming's turn to ban.
Does buy space a little bit for SF. The advantage for Nisha, like we saw him harassing pretty heavily into Ahri. That's why Ari's gone all the way back to base. Now Puck TP's out, and yeah, they really want to kill off Zai. It's free Agi too. Free Agi, you've got Dream Coil available, they're committed as well. Centaur does not want to stand around, silence forever, so we can't even hoof stomp, and the TP scroll wasn't available. From bottom lane,
is under attack.
went to Wyvern, will have a hard time getting back to the tier 1 tower. Shards will fly forward, this will block DY in, but hey, no, it won't. This is a bird that can fly.
whatever Secret's game plan was going into this, I really don't know what it was, but so far proving to be just the case for Vici, already up by 3,000 gold. I think they just need to get some kills on the board, but they need some levels first.
He's so close. Fadebolt's going to connect. They've still got telekinesis. Chance to block in the Gale. It only clips PYW. Slowing down his ability to close the range for the level 2 telekinesis.
Doom does have the Cloak Aura on his creep. So even less damage coming out from the Radiant side. SF as well as Venno primarily relying on that magic damage.
There you go, shovel it up. No, I got a Cobalt.
Yeah, I was going to say get the Cobalt for the XP. He needs that 6 as soon as possible.
And Mr. level 4 Doom. Level 5 and a bit, Centaur.
Yeah, they're free to apply this pressure, but Nisha, he is out-leveling Ori in the mid lane. So that is a potential saving grace for Secret here.
Mid one's returned to the bottom lane, hiding in the trees, but with Puppy's pull, the tri lane just moves over. And Puppy, he feels a little bit too far out. Mid one's going to arrive, slowing down Yang. The Infernal Blade will burn Puppy. Mid one, jumping over, just turns into Yang for a second with Nisha's arrival. Yang should not be able to escape this one. Nisha, a big kill, but that's his rotation off the mid lane.
Look at this Slark's net worth though, man. 4,100, top of the leaderboard. I mean, usually I don't look at net worth this early on in the game, but what a ridiculous disparity at this start, just compared to anybody on the side of Secret, not just Matamba, man.
Yeah. Don't know how you stop this.
Yeah, Centaur's getting good levels, but Doom still ahead of him on the net worth by a drastic margin of 500 this early on. When you think that Zai, being already level 6, would have that advantage when Doom's only level 4, but that's just not the case. They are staticking the net worth lead.
They want to go for Rubik. Shards will block it up. Mid one's going to close the range a little quicker to get that tag team to work. That'll work. Stampede coming in. Nisha, 1 raise, 2 raises. He's got the wrong max range to also go to work. And Winter Wyvern will Cold Embrace, but Ori's moved in. He's got the Dream Call. He's going to go for his opposite mid. And Nisha looks to wind up nothing because he's got nothing. He doesn't have that ultimate available yet. It's only in level 8 and he's a 4-4 build.
Eurus already TPing bottom, looking to be a part of the fight here. Free agility.
Chase Puppy under the tower. Puppy begins his TP out. Can't complete it. Yang providing just that little bit of extra damage to actually take the last hit. But yep, 3 permanent agility currently on Eurus. 9 minutes in. Zai, now he's on the run underneath the tower. Telekinesis has already been used. Zai, man, that's ballsy. He's salving, he's not TPing. The Morphling is nearby. Observers and sentries planted. Zai now comes out. He doesn't have Stampede available. And you've also got Ori. And this guy just loves to keep the rotations going. The Matumberman sees the potential kill over on the Rubik. If he hits the waveform, Shards flying forward. Now silenced! Ori catches him! The Hop Stop won't connect from Zai! Matumberman's rotation ends up for naught. And Zai is the man retreating out. They're trying to push the limits. It would have only got them to support. Zai will dig, and then he'll go down too.
Oh my god, he also fed the 7 extra gold to the puck in the meantime.
So Eurus gets to take the tier 1 tower on top lane while Secret fall apart on the top.
All jokes aside, sick play from Ori on the puck, but at the same time, they made it pretty easy on the side of Secret. No instant disables, just dodging the Centaur stun relatively predictably.
Oh, VG feeling very royal. The jelly is into the Rubik. And he'll even give one over the puck, I believe. Yep.
And the other one for the Slark? Port player?
Yeah, look at him go. He's being a real support.
Wow, what a boss.
He'll even pick up the bounty runes on the way through.
He's almost got a Diffusal Blade already on Slark. That's going to be an 11-12 minute Diffusal Blade. Level 10.
This is some speedy stuff. Top tier 1 tower is finally brought down. Snowball forward, looking for the Winter Wyvern. The Shards couldn't catch him out, but DY now does hit the ground. But Nisha and Matumberman, that's just so non-maneuverable. They have to walk their way in. Now Puck, a 2-man Dream Call. Cold Embrace buys DY some time. Another quick silence. DY, he's still regenerating. The Doom is out. It's on the SF. No Requiem for you, but at least the Dream Call's gone, so the Stampede can be a little bit more effective. But Tuskar picked up, thrown down once more as Eurus jumps himself forward. The Tuskar Snowball delaying this up, but look at Doombringer's movement speed. You've already got the kill on mid one, but Nisha can't outrun this Doombringer. He's got the speed aura inside of him, but Matumba, get away from my core.
That's a Stampede down, though. I think that ability is more important for Secret than the Doom is for Vici. Already have the Diffusal Blade on Slark, going the Ags next, as we talked about. That point, man, they already can't kill him now. I'm just looking for a window for Secret. Where does this game get simpler? Plus seems to think they're in a decent spot. Yeah, there's a chance there. Where does that 39% come from? That's what I want to know. Let's give me an explanation, please.
Yes, numbers without reasoning make no sense. This puck has been everything as far as one of the greatest heroes of this tournament. Now he's got one of the big parts of it, the phase shift attack. Level 10 is up, going for Blink Dagger for Ori next. Looking to stay with the initiation. And the normal build from the Slark with the Aghanim Scepter. As most things happen, once the tier 1 tower and bottom lane is lost for Radiant, they'll also lose that outpost. Doombringer will claim that. More jelly. Centaur does not wait. Zai consumes one.
He's going a Blink Dagger of his own, but by no means does that secure kills. That's the difference in my opinion. Once you have this Blink Puck, almost everyone on Secret will die to that Blink Coil Silence, but you have to Blink Centaur Stomp a Slark or a Puck. If they're aware, if they're ready, they're gonna be able to react to that. But if they manage to find that opening on the side of Secret, they can blow the game wide open. It's kind of like they already did previously in this series.
Vici are the ones who are hunting. 3-man smoke up. There was a ping that came out, and I think mid one was meant to move over a little early so he could check for the smoke gank, and then he'll end up walking into it. Nope, Nisha's there too early. Got one quick raise, the Death Requiem's out, but the Dreamcore catches Tusker, who was coming over to try and help out. He might be able to snowball quickly. Nope, just dies straight up. And then towards the mid, Doombringer. Doom is back off cooldown. He just throws it out.
Up, he jukes him.
That he does. Back up to his Plague Wards. Fatuma sitting in the back lines, but yeah, you don't juke for long. Eurus now has a double kill. Actually helps the fact he gets over. 6 permanent agility. Yeah. And now they think about Zai on bottom. Nah, Doom's just cleaning up the mess.
Radiant's
feels like Vici have to make a huge mistake for Team Secret to get back in this game.
I think they have complete control whether or not they win this game. I think as long as they play smooth, don't overcommit at any point, look for kills off cooldowns, but don't need to force it otherwise. Going for the Diffusal Blade on Matuma, he originally had the Lincolns, has the casual Ring of Health, but I think he's realizing that he can't afford to go for this luxury item against the Doom. Even though I wouldn't even consider it a luxury item, I think it's almost a necessity, but it's just going to come online too slowly, I think, if he does.
This is so fast for Vici Gaming just to turn around. Every 70 seconds that Dream calls off, you know this puck continues to hunt. He's even going to use the Arcane Rune just to slow it down a little bit more. Stampede forward, goes up, goes down, doesn't want to have to break it. Ori is nearby, he went in pretty deep, and now Puppey, well, he's got no Nova, then he's got no HP. Down he goes, mid one Nisha, they're both trying to get into this. And what have they really got? They've got nothing because Stampede got stolen. So Vici Gaming, they disengage, and now they re-engage under the Dome Dire Observer. Another great double silence. This looks so easy. And you know Doom is diving.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
But Yang thinks twice about it. A level 5 Tusker does not seem worth it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Dire structures are fortified.
Interesting box being drawn by Puppey. He's basically just drawing around the northern side. Maybe that's the only place they really can fight now, where the tier 1 tower still exists. Get some vision around this area.
You need to try to take fights on your own terms on the side of Secret. They're kind of just playing reactionary Dota right now. I don't think you can afford to just keep letting VG do this, but until the Centaur blink, I don't really know what you do to force the fight for Secret.
You know how far ahead the Slark has to be? Diffusal Blade, not even just going straight Ags, he's got a Midas coming out on the Courier.
Wow. Is that necessary? That's kind of my question, right?
Hey, who were we talking about before in the back room about, like, you pick up the, oh, that's right, it was Pegasus. it was Jimmy.
Yeah.
The Tidehunter Midas, you're ahead, but is this going to keep pushing you further ahead?
Is modeling your gameplay off of Jimmy the right play, totally? I'm just kidding, Jimmy, if you're listening.
He's somewhere here in Singapore. Mid one, Snowball. Delaying the inevitable. Nisha, oh no, the curse is up. Hold him in position, Doom up the SF. He only had 19 souls to begin with. He's going to drop down a little bit more. He's like, can someone please deny me under my own tower? Down to 10 souls. And that's the 4th death for this SF. Top. They just keep going and going.
Kills galore for Vici. Yeah.
+9, about to be +10.
No
Zai just cannot walk away. At this point, I wouldn't even get yourself a beverage. Be preparing yourself for the GG call. VG are in permanent control of this map. And Team Secret, you said they're playing reactionary Dota. I don't know how they initiate. You don't have a blink on Centaur. Your shards can't block up. The Rubik just uses Stampede to escape. It was wearing off anyway.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
You hate to say it at the start of the game, and I kind of hinted at it. This is like the worst draft I've seen Secret have in a while. They got to make something happen now.
They're going after Yang. This is where they could potentially get a kill. Some kind of upside. They're walking away from them. Take him in the snowball. You may as well commit to it. Your snowball's not even long enough. Yang outwalks the snow.
I can relate, Toby.
No.
Does have the point booster towards the Ags as well.
Well, here we go. PYW locked inside the shots. Telekinesis being used. We're getting stunned over on Nisha. Now the Stampede forward. Snowball catching out the Rubik. Zai's going to be here as well. But now with the stolen Snowball, he waits this out. Yang still ready to fight. Give him the movement speed. Can he do it? No. PYW will go down. Now they move over towards Yang, but the curse is on the Centaur War Runner. He will be able to tank through most of this, however, while Puck and Slark kill off the bigger carry in the back lines, which is the Morphling. So you got Genova off, but the big cores are coming over. Vici Gaming have just used their money to buy back in. Nisha winding up the Requiem. Your fear Eurus away, but he instantly breaks free thanks to the Dark Pack. A couple of raises. The Nisha can't do much more. Dead for 46 seconds. Zai will join him in the afterlife as well. Ori's just staying with him. He's baiting out the war stomp, waiting for the phase shift timing. Zai goes down. PYW. Tribute to Yapso, who's not here for Team Secret. And GG comes out. Not even 19 minutes. 18 minutes and 39 seconds will be on the clock as this game 3 comes to an end and Vici Gaming eliminate Team Secret for the One Esports.
Evil geniuses turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Evil geniuses turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Evil geniuses turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Evil geniuses turn to pick. Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
Tiny.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
Disruptor.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Evil geniuses turn to pick.
Omni-Knight.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Evil geniuses turn to battle.
Razor.
Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Evil geniuses turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Vici Gaming's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Vici Gaming. Evil geniuses turn to pick.
Slog.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
10.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Evil Genius's turn to pick.
Elder Titan.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Vici Gaming's turn to bat.
Faceless Void.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Evil Genius's turn to ban.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Evil Genius's turn to pick.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Vici Gaming's turn to pick.
Enigma.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
Admiral Kongka.
Choose your hero. Prepare for battle.
I sense a connection between us.
Thank God.
Thirty seconds to battle. The battle begins.
Edged out.
Denied. The armor of omniscience.
Stonefall.
It was not meant.
First blood. And the atmosphere's electric.
Invisibility!
Dire are scanning. Radiant structures are fortified.
Gold for my forge.
I'll take that.
The time!
Change of plans.
Purification!
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Be well!
Radiant's bottom
No
tower is
sorceries
under attack.
avail!
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Finally! By whose grace were you knighted, Omni Knight? Eight knots and full ahead.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Nope.
This judge, Chen, fate is a tool, not a bludgeon. You would have done well to learn this.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's courier has been killed. Dire's top tower tower is under attack.
No sorcerings avail.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I'll take that.
Nay. For justice.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen. Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant are scared. Dire's structures are fortified. Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Hello. The time.
Invisibility.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Coming.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
Just as I envisaged. Blessings.
For my fault.
Dire are scanning.
Will not be anywhere near enough to keep Ori alive as he picks up yet another kill on his Void.
That's actually a pretty nice Divine Favor play. It looked like maybe he was actually going to force out another spell and hope for a bash from Arteezy, as they did use the Toss and the Avalanche. But yeah, that Divine Favor to bring Abed there for the Yule Scepter, very clutch. Some very quick moves from EG. They are playing the map incredibly fast here with a draft that you may not expect that with these high cooldowns. As it is Ramses, he has queued up the BKB, by the way, so he is recognizing that it is very tough for Vici to actually break that one.
Definitely not an easy to execute draft from EG, but they're certainly making it look pretty good.
Great.
See if they get the catch with the TP. Eurus will just focus on reclaiming the outpost, making sure that they do have it coming into this 20-minute point soon.
They do still have vision over here too. They are watching Arteezy as he is backing away.
Arteezy's got Chrono. Ramses has Black Hole.
Trying to get a glimpse. Who are they going to find? They want the bigger target. They could get crit here.
They want Artur.
They want Arteezy.
Arteezy actually
gets the Chrono.
He knows by the shrine. They can bring
walks
it back.
into it.
The Chrono gets the two of them and he steps straight in. Yang does get the GA out for Ramses. He's in with the Black Hole. There's the follow-up to the EG need. There's no Genji wide. No move on for more. Heavily Grace on Yang. He tries his best to run away. They'll turn for Eurus. Eurus shadowed up. Pop backups down there for Vici Gaming. The full buybacks come out. Hand of God heals Arteezy up. Even with the buybacks, Vici Gaming cannot strike back and get the kill. EG back off. They shrine up. Do Vici Gaming still want to try and force this? It's a nice stomp onto the four of them, but Vici Gaming, they cannot fight into that despite the double buyback.
beautiful plays there. We used to actually see Enigma picked a lot versus Omni Knight versus that for that exact reason. You do not really care if heroes do get Guardian Angel. You don't care about those type of scenarios. A beautiful hole. Vici, they still looking like they're starting to get aggressive as they know. No chrono, no black hole. They got to make something happen here.
They've got it. Every single time we've seen them try and make these moves when the ults are up, it's ended in disaster for Vici.
They're scanning though. They're looking.
Eurus, he's in with the vision. They'll get the drag back on fly. Look for the squishy kill first. Arteezy starting to see if he can feel confident even without the ult. He's eyeing him up. Arbet's going to go in with the static link. He can commit as well with the Iron Storm if he wishes to do so.
Big avalanche.
They're on top of them. The static stopped down. Arteezy, he's silencing turn on the void. Arteezy, he's dead.
Oh my God.
He overextends. So does Arbet. Drag back's there. They're not dead yet. Vici Gaming, they'll grab in Crit. Crit's going to get run down. He'll turn with the toss and the avalanche. Try and bring down someone with it, but the purification heals up DY. Triple kill for the Elder Titan. As this time it's EG making the awkward call. They try and turn the fight without their ultimates, and they do not stand a chance.
They have to be very careful when they do just get chased out here from Vici. I think that was what? I think he got almost every single hero with the Astral Spirit, almost majority of them with the Echo Stomp and the Splitter on top of a Static Storm. A devastating fight for EG as it's an immediate roach by Vici. That's what we're talking about, is those heavy, long cooldown ults. Vici is looking to capitalize on them. Was a buyback earlier from Yang.
It was so, now they do have like the 3 buybacks on cooldown, but absolutely
well
worth it from Vici Gaming. These quick shot callings punishing this, and this was EG sort of, you know, they feel strong. They knew that they took the last few fights. Arbed, he wants to go in. The rest of the team's backing off, but Arbed, he's trying to get something started, and with that aggressive blink in from Crit, it's just an overextension too far, an easy turnaround for PYW to just stand his ground, drop the disruptor combo, and EG, they're not ready to fight into that without their ults.
No, they need their ults. They absolutely need their ults, especially the Slark is just heavenly graced throughout all of that too, so he's that much stronger to be able to do everything. And yeah, DY really coming in clutch, hitting everybody with not only his spirit, so he has that plus 290 damage, but also a big stomp on several.
And getting Roche, I mean, EG, we saw what happened in game 2 to them after they took a bad fight. Vici Gaming were able to just take that advantage and grow it in their favor. It pushes there onto the tier 2 top.
And when you are playing against these long cooldowns as well, right? Aegis, that's the key. And now they have it.
Yep. Suddenly, this Chrono Black Hole will not guarantee them a team fight win at this point in the game.
They will at least have Arteezy with BKB though, so he will have a lot more luxury to not have to worry about the Static Storm that we did see very devastating from PYW in that last instance. But we do see that build, of course, PYW. He does this every time. He always goes for Yules first, then he goes for Ags, so he can set up his own beautiful Static Storms without any type of counter.
Ramses, BKB done for him pretty much, so the triple BKB's out for EG.
They could look for something here, but it is into an Aegis. That's always the fear. And it is now a Slark as well, who has the Aghanims finished up versus a mobility core like the Razor and the Void. And pretty much everybody, actually. We just see this item every single game now in Slark, because it's so good for him to get in and out of the fights. And they're constantly giving him sentries. We've seen this done by them very often, be able to deward and just keep that map presence. Geez, all clumped up here. They have a smoke available. Not looking to do so, though.
I mean, for Vici Gaming, obviously, positioning, it's very hard for them in the fights, as they do have this 4 melee lineup into the Chrono Spheres and Black Holes. One of the reasons why we are seeing Arteezy and Ramses get the opportunity for these big hits. But any sort of increased mobility, that Aghanims, as you mentioned, that is going to allow Eurus to play around that threat.
And just cause chaos and mess up, mess it up so that the Enigma and the Void can't set up for nice. A crit, gets a toss. Eurus, though, he's committing a little bit here.
I was going to say, he's got to be a little careful. Even with that Aegis, doesn't afford to pressure any more than just grabbing a couple of hits and getting out of there.
Again, outpost. He looks like he wants to be active. Keep on reclaiming those. A lot about that vision game when you are playing with the Slark. Even if controlling outposts does get a difference pretty significantly when you are able to deny those from the enemy team over and over again. There's very limited vision on the map. EG, they pretty much only have that one ward down bottom. Giving them much information at all.
Oh, jump forward, crit. Tries to make the pounce onto Ori. Doesn't quite get any sort of grab back. And Vici Gaming, UI, leading the way, forcing Arbed to back entirely off.
Still have Aegis for 1 minute. They're trying to make something happen with it. But EG all positioned in a very defensive, in a very tiny spot where if you do jump into, you're very likely to get multi-hold or multi-chronosphered.
Let's see how much more they can get done with the remainder of that second life on Eurus. Pushing onto the tier 2 tower. See how EG can start the fight. Jumping in with the time dilation. Ramses is very close to having the blink on top of his BKB. 1900 gold nearly. So watching that timer very intently. Keeping a track of how much Eurus has got left to play with the Aegis.
Yeah, they're a bit afraid. They know where all of EG is. They don't want to get caught out there. As the Aegis is going down about 15 more seconds. Got themselves a decent amount of map control out of all of it, though. So we do see these neutral items being picked up. Paladin Sword for both sides. I believe a Titan Sliver also was grabbed up by RTZ.
It's got full me on it. As Arbed may just have to go for a BKB TP. He'll get away with just the Yules to break the combo. With that movement speed, easily out of range of any potential glimpse from PYW. So he's able to force, in fact, the reaction there for the full 5 of them. So that last little bit of time with the Aegis is sort of just expended in Vici Gaming's attempt to catch out Arbed. So a good bit of a distraction play from the Razor.
Closest game we've had so far in both. Yeah. Look at the gold and the experience. It's actually just dead even on both of them there. 11 to 15.
And it really does seem sort of EG with the superior aggressive potential in the team fight, but Vici Gaming, they do have all these saves and responses. If EG are to get the team fight wins, they've got to be the ones to make the jump happen, to catch out at least 3 heroes with these chronospheres and black holes. Otherwise, there will be responses from Vici Gaming, and at this point of the game, with it being even, there'll be very solid answers. EG have to get kills during the BKBs.
Yep. See both teams actually getting these same neutrals. A long pounce for Eurus.
Is Crit going to get the backup? Stomps there onto Crit. EG, do they want to try and take this fight? They're losing Crit pretty fast. The Earthsplitter finishes him off, and now Eurus, he can turn for a second one. Arbed's in trouble. A buyback from Crit. They're going to try and fight. They'll charge forward. They get the chrono down to the 2 of them, but the defensive run will be there. The boat comes down. Have they got the damage with the black hole? The pulse, they certainly have. They bring down Yang. The 4 micros there from Fly, stomping up Ori. He still gets the BKB out, but it doesn't matter. The right clicks come through. EG, they've taken 2. They're not done yet. PYW go for the TP out. They need a first hit bash, but he glimmers himself. Gets away. No detection, but EG can turn. Go for DY instead, and they will find him. 3 kills for EG. Another stellar team fight where everything comes together. Chrono's down. Even with the boat out there, you saw, as long as Ramses is in place with the combo, that pulse into black hole, they still bring down the tanky heroes.
Yeah, Blink Dagger reveal, buyback from Crit as well. Very nice for them to react like that, as it looked a bit scary for a second for Arbed. It was DY actually, that was DY giving his life there, by the way, for PYW. He is actually the one who glimmered the Disruptor. He's prioritizing saving him to ensure that he can get that Aghanims at a decent timing. So we're going to watch that one again. A long jump forward.
A great connection from Eurus to start things off.
He has so much lifesteal, too.
And EG, I mean Crit, with that instant read, he knows that this is a fight they can turn. They've got the ultimates, he wants to be involved. And RTZ, again, these Chronosphere setups starting off for a beautiful turn of events each and every time.
And they increased lockdown too from that Centaur Stomp. There's a lot of status resist on the Omni Knight, or on the Kunkka with that Heaven's Halberd as well as the Titan Sliver, but doesn't matter. Does not prevent you from getting Chronosphere or Black Hold. Of course, status resist does not do anything versus those. But now, no ultis available. How does Vici capitalize? It looks like it's an attempt at a row share. As you mentioned, they do have a decent amount of lifesteal, but he is moving over here now.
2 of them, 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 They're going to go for the smoke.
Ooh, look for the fight instead.
Get that pick off first.
Yeah, those ults are not available. The line is drawn, though. It does seem like EG is aware of this going on.
Radiant are scanning.
Of course, if they're able to get the jump on Crit, he won't have a buyback to try and join the forces and turn the fight around. It's actually going to be a counter smoke from EG as their ults are about to come back. 20 seconds until Chronosphere at least. And that alone could be enough. Chronosphere with the Midnight Pulse alone, that will be the sort of the playing field for them to kill off the cause of Vici Gaming if Arteezy can find the connection. With that level 20, that increased Time Walk pass range, it's even easier for Arteezy to land the big ultimates.
Especially like you said, it's a lot of melee heroes on the side of Vici, so it'll be a lot easier for him to set up as we see, 3 great neutral items actually picked up for the Faceless Void. Slark also has some really good ones too, so.
And Vici know off the back of that initial move. For the smoke. EG being off the map, Vici don't want to hunt anymore. They're keeping a track of these timers. They know ultimates are up. It's again fallen into the period of the game where it's hard for Vici Gaming to actively look for fights.
Yeah, tough for them to capitalize on those ulti cooldowns. EG was very aware of the positioning there.
This move ran the pack lines. It could catch Vici Gaming out. Crit's going to be in. Tossing the Omni Knight up to the front lines. Arteezy's looking for the back lines. He's going to start punching into DY. Chrono down. He catches DY and the Omni Knight. The Broken River runs in. The Black Hole. It's perfect as they kill off Yang. They'll go for more for sure. The BKB... Vici Gaming allow the cores to separate back. Eurus now, he's turning.
He gets the leash.
His BKB's been used. They get the turn around Vici. They'll get the drag back as well. But the BKB's already extended. Vici is actually the ones to come out top. The team fight, it wasn't enough. The buyback from Yang, the BKB's ending. Vici Gaming, they don't actually lose too many heroes during the chrono, during the black hole. They turn it around.
Oh god, and now they might actually just be able to threaten high ground. Slark, he has so much lifesteal with Vlad's aura, with the Paladin sword. Even if he does get caught inside of all this, I believe he had the Shadow Dance. He regens so much HP because that amplified regeneration from Paladin sword as well.
And now they can go for Roche if they wish. 3 heroes dead, no ultimates available on EG. This time round, they didn't have the damage.
I gotta see that one again to see how they actually all just, well, the big ones ended up surviving. They caught Yang again. He buys back, and he's just back into the fray of all of it there. DY gets the splitter on a lot of heroes as well. And the important one, Eurus, he just survives throughout all of it. Uh-oh, EG. That was your big fight to kind of take over the game there. And you actually just lose the fight with your 2 ultis.
An easy Roshan, the second one this game. Aegis for Eurus. And you saw it here, it looked spectacular to start things off.
Oh, he's actually outside,
Catches the Omni into this combo. But you look at Eurus's health.
He's actually just not
look at the Kuka's health. This time, they cannot kill them off. They get the BKBs out. They're able to step away. And as soon as these BKBs wear off for Arteezy and Arbed, they're just there for the taking for Eurus to pick them apart one by one.
I think it's tough because the targeting priority for them is just really hard. They want to go for Yang, but honestly, that Ori's Rum in that fight kind of just carried them there. They weren't taking down nearly as fast because he did just get it off. He got it off pretty much perfectly in timing for those 2 ultis to hit. And the Slark was not actually, I actually thought he was inside the Chrono, but he was on the edge of the Chronosphere there, so he just gets all of his regen kicking in. They have to catch, I mean, Kunkka, they have to make sure they get him before this ghost ship goes off. We saw that.
Yeah, the Rum at this point is proving to be too much. Earlier on it was fine, but now with the additional items, 3,200 HP, Titan Sliver, they're getting bigger and bigger, and Eurus, he's starting to find some free pickups here in the jungle, pouncing around, chasing down Fly. He'll pop the one, he's trying to run. He'll quickly grab a creep to try and distract and at least take some of the creep wave away. But Eurus can clean them up.
He won't let that creep go.
3K lead now for Vici Gaming. EG at sort of 2 rough team fights back to back, allowing Vici Gaming to get on top. Eurus and Ori leading the charge now this game. PYW's got the full Aghanims.
Yeah, that's very scary. Now which targets do you go for? You have even more target priority you have to go for. Definitely still try to catch Kunkka and Omni Knight in particular inside at least 1 or 2 of those ultis, inside the black hole or inside that Chronosphere. Too much sustain coming out. Always Heavenly Grace too. So Eurus every single time just gets Heavenly Grace inside the fights. So he's 3,000 HP Slark.
And you see as well, Ramsey's queuing up one of the potential ways to help the problem, getting that Aghanims. Making sure that he can offer that additional bit of damage output if he can get that especially if he gets the Midnight Pulse down preemptively. With that extra additional one being stacked up from the black hole itself.
Scary next few moments for EG. Playing into this Aegis, playing into this cheese. Even though they have their ultis available, they have to kind of play inside of their bases. If they make a mistake, the game could just end.
They will have that high ground hold though. If you're Vici Gaming, you are trying to push up into Chronosphere, into Black Hole. So you've got to be careful. Somehow try and force EG to use it aggressively. And then immediately pounce in, strike back hard after the ultimates are expended.
Just watch your positioning. Don't have, I think in particular, don't have Ori and Yang ever standing on top of each other inside of the fights. If they're just standing separate sides, then it's going to be super hard for them to actually get those off. And I think Yang actually does have a Aghanims now finished up as well. So sure, it's not going to protect versus that damage that's going to be coming out from the Midnight Pulse, but it does provide you that HP regeneration. So that 10-second duration heals you for 400 during it as well.
Oh yeah, they have.
So all these little things, it's really important. I'm just going to keep saying it. EG, they have to catch the Omni and the Kunkka inside that Chrono or Black Hole.
And they really can just focus those ultimates on it because they do have Abed, who's then able to sort of enter the fight and get the kills on the other heroes. With the Orb of Destruction, AC with the Eye of the Storm, he does pack a punch on the Razor. He just needs that control around him to make sure the saves will not be in play from Vici.
Oh, that's nice.
Vici just all playing together though. They're recognizing all this. Now they're looking to get aggressive. They still have about 45 seconds. Probably looking to just clear. They probably expect EG moved out a little bit and got some wards, so we'll probably see them look to just deward. Eurus already pinging those out immediately. They're just going to buy the gem already here. Look to clear out that vision. Don't let EG ever have any tabs or any read of where Vici is positioned.
Fear nothing.
Just getting every lane shoved in before they look to make the next step.
Eurus jumping forward.
What's on? Gets the Shadow Dance off, but Abed with the Static Link does force Eurus to back away. He doesn't really mind though too much with that Arcane Rune. Ult will be back as soon as it's gone pretty much. 30 seconds downtime's nothing at this stage. You can wait it off.
They're getting just so much more out of the map. EG's been trapped in their base for a very long time here. As now Aegis will get reclaimed. She will back up a little bit here off of that one, but so much gained out of that on the map. Full Scotty queued up here if Eurus does want to go for that one. He also, I think the panel did mention it, he could look to go for an Abyssal Blade too. Another way to deal with that Enigma if he chooses to do so through that BKB. Or he can just tank up. That's the other option. Just if he tanks up, then we see what happens. If they do get the Rum off, it doesn't really matter if he has that like super high effective HP versus all that damage.
And maybe just focused on getting some of these next milestones done. 25 closing in soon for Eurus' Slark. Something that the cores of EG are quite a bit farther away from. You only see level 22 at the moment on RTZ. Next item queued up after the MKB being that nullifier so they can have that sort of dispel and extra control.
Eurus does spend all of his gold here, so he does not have buyback on the Slark if they are somehow able to catch him and kill him. Smoked up too with that Blink BKB Aghanims on Ramses. A lot more damage now coming out for them.
Just scouting things out at the moment with the Centaur, seeing what sort of reaction they get from Vici Gaming, what kind of information they can get from the state of the game as it does continue to crawl more and more in Vici's favor. 70-30 on the probability right now.
And they're watching RTZ farm. They know exactly where he's positioned. Now they see the rest of EG too. They might look to pounce up here.
Eurus is going to start having a bit of a poke. Jumping with the combo, committing the dilation at least. Shadow dances out. Eurus begins to step away. Now with the BKB, realizes that he's got to run.
The Axe Storm.
The RTZ needs help, but indeed with the Axe standing, so we can't pop the BKB. He can't pop anything. He's dead for 90 now. Abed. He will be focused, dodges the stop. Does RTZ want to fight back for this? That is the question. Abed, BKBs, but Eurus is on top of it. Ramses comes in. He's going to drop the Agnes from back out. There'll be a buyback from RTZ. They're looking to turn Prince in with the toss combo. Eurus, do they have it? The Midnight Pulse damage is enough. And RTZ jumps forward. He's trying to find more out of this. PYW lays down the kinetic field. Can RTZ catch anything else bigger? The rest of Vici Gaming will immediately dispatch
They don't have buyback on the Slark. They have to back away from that one there. And Arteezy forced to buyback, but he does still have Chrono available, and they will claim at least an outpost up here.
I mean, if they realize that there's no buyback on the Slark, they'll certainly play aggressive. Obviously, they won't be too sure themselves that is the case. It is financially why he doesn't have it. Maybe they see like the Basher and the Skadi when he made that play and realize he's probably low on funds. But it doesn't look like it. Looks like Vici Gaming will be able to breathe still, regardless of losing their Slark. It's just a minute, and EG aren't ready to try and push it to the next level. They'll keep it cool.
Nothing they can really claim out of that one because of the positioning on their lanes. Bottom and mid were pretty much hitting their tier 3, and they don't have an objective to get up top, so no Rosh either available for them. DY will deny away a DD rune.
We're definitely seeing a glimpse of the magic that Ramses can make happen, and I love it that he's committing for the Axe into Refresher.
He needs to.
He can really take the game on his shoulders. If he gets this sort of full combo out onto the cores of Vici Gaming without any interruption, he will kill them. They will die to the pulse as they stack up. If he gets all 4 of them down, you can see big things from the Enigma this match.
The quad Midnight Pulse. It is a very dangerous moment, though, as we said, Arteezy, he did have to expend his buyback there for them to kind of turn that one, so he has to be very careful with his positioning in these next few moments. As we see what happens, PYW, the build that he always goes for, the Yules into that Aghanim, as we see it right there. An instant Yules on Arteezy, and you are just caught. There's no prevention of that. Not even able to force staff him out of it or anything, as the kinetic field will be up.
Just the hand of God and the mech, really, the only way they can offer some sort of safety for Artur.
Yeah.
And at this stage, obviously with the items that Vici Gaming are picking up, they'll have the means to take him down through those less substantial heals as the game goes on.
They're looking to go again. They know that there's no black hole still for a couple of seconds, and there's no buyback on Arteezy.
Yeah. Chrono's there, but definitely going to be playing it safe. Arteezy, Eurus, there's the jump in fly. He's in trouble. He'll put the mech, slide to the side, but will still fall. Abed, he's hanging around. He'll come in with the static link, toss across onto Yang, bringing him into the reach of Abed. EG,
black hole ready.
They've got to be so careful. Ramses, can he find an opportunity to make the jump here? Crit will turn his attention towards Yang, but they've already lost Abed. Abed is dead for 90 seconds.
And Ramses.
They want a Ramses. The static sword, but in fact, Arteezy jumps in. He's trying to help out Ramses, but he's jumped into the static sword. He's bashed up. He does get the time walk away, but now Eurus turns towards Abed. They get the Chrono. Can they kill Eurus off? Slark's in trouble. They get Eurus. Can they get more else? Split put down. Abed posts the BKB. He pulled back for this one, Abed. Again, buyback used from EG. It gets them the Slark kill.
Eurus getting a little bit over-aggressive there, as Yang also does get caught inside of the Chrono there, so he's not actually able to get the Guardian Angel off in time to save his buddy of the Slark. But oh, that was looking super scary there as Arteezy jumps into the Ag Static Storm and then gets bashed up a couple times.
I mean, he really wanted to save his buddy Abed there. Wasn't able to do so. Abed still going down, and Arteezy very close to putting his life in extreme danger with that aggressive time walk. We'll see the fight once again here. Each time, Eurus has done a perfect job of starting the fights, finding the supports, getting the quick kills. But a couple of times now, sticking around a little too long, the opportunity for turnarounds have been there.
It's Ninja Gear too. You see PYW, he's kind of like fake smoked in the back during the whole fight because he has it too. You see again, he goes like this fake invis up top to look for the opportunity where he does catch Ramses there. And yeah, that was a very scary moment, though.
I mean, Arteezy's coming in. He knows maybe a bash or two could keep Eurus off Abed. It wasn't the case with that Ag Static Storm, and another bash there. Arteezy would just have been dead and gone without buyback, but he gets away with it. The Chrono onto the two of them. They are managing to hold on to this game despite it continuing to slowly slip away with them, with each and every time EG having to expend a lot of gold to have the opportunity of turning the fights around. Buybacks continuously being used every single team fight from EG.
Yeah, and you can see the Vici, the way that they approached that fight too, they were so separated. They were kind of expecting, you know, Ramses is going to go for something to play here. They were all playing on the outskirts here. We see that Ninja Gear again, PYW constantly using that one. Looking for his own setups, trying to find pretty much any core. If he sees any of them, an instant Yule's Ag Storm. Unable to prevent anything there if they do get caught out there, EG.
Roshan up
Looks like Eurus, this time he does want to farm the buyback before he does make any type of crazy play here for the next few moments. He's about 270 gold away from it.
And Vici Gaming unlikely to go for Roche themselves, despite having the map control around here. They know that EG's fight around the pit is so darn strong, particularly with Ramses having the full combo ready to go.
Another refresher in the game. Yang does have double GA available for himself too. When the smoke does come out, as you said, they do have everything. How's our buyback status is looking? We've got still 2 minutes on RTZ on the side of EG.
Standing on the edge here to ensure the smoke doesn't get popped. Chrono Black all available. Ramses hiding in the trees. They do pounce over him. Ramses is going to jump forward. Eurus, an immediate pounce back out. They'll start a bit of a poke onto Arbed. Arbed holding on his peak with the Chrono. They want to find Eurus. GA is out, but he still died to the magical. The Black Hole's there. Eurus, he dies again. Another step too far forward from the Slug. And Eurus, he's even going to buy back for this one. Ramses,
Static Storm.
See if they can turn this. They're losing RTZ. RTZ's still alive. He's silenced. He gets himself out of the side of it. Ramses, the Black Hole, it comes into play. Is it enough? It looks like it is. DY and Ori falling on Arbed, getting a huge static leak out, but he still falls. The disarm. Arbed dead for 2 minutes. RTZ left alone to
Eurus gets the pounce.
but Eurus, he's chasing. Bash is there. He still has the shadow darts. RTZ needs help. He's out of mana. He's out of HP. RTZ falls. Grid as well. Triple kill for Eurus.
Oh my god, they're just so tanky in the fight. They actually lost, they didn't lose anybody during that black hole there.
Oh, that's nice.
Eurus showing the power of his buyback this time round. Coming immediately into the action once again. EG now with 3 heroes dead and gone. No buybacks available on them.
I'm surprised they didn't just run it down mid. Knowing that there's still about a minute and a half or so on RTZ, looks like they just want to be safe, get that Aegis onto Eurus, and then look to close it out. But this could just be the game right here.
It really could be. 80 seconds still with no Void, no Chronosphere. Ramses is alive, but he doesn't have a single black hole backup for 90 seconds.
It's insane how tanky they really are. With the combination of like the ROM as well as these double Guardian Angels that come out, Eurus just holds his ground even inside of a Midnight Pulse black hole. It looks like they're just gonna go for these, just go for the Mega Creeps. Playing it a little bit safe here. Can EG do anything about it?
Eurus,
the jump forward.
He's called Ramses.
The secondary jump.
He falls to the side, but indeed the pounce, and he continues to control him. The BKB's out. Ramses is trying to rewind the torch back for Crit. He'll keep Ramses safe. Glimpse as well, though. Crit, he's the one that's now the focus to go set apart, but Crit will fall dead.
He's in the fountain.
Oh, Ramses, he blinks out of the fountain. The fountain, it's not safe. It's just not safe.
They want him. They add another Static Storm.
Catch him out. Ramses has buyback. RTZ is back in 20. He has got Chronosphere. They are yet to be Mega Creep. The mid racks and bottom racks still alive.
They've got a glyph as well.
Ramses has got Black Hole in 25. They need something miraculous, EG, if they wish to hold on to their chances here in the Grand Finals. They're going to have one last chance.
168 agility right now on this Slark. He's taking the buildings very fast.
And they're fighting into this Eurus Aegis. It seems impossible for EG here as they start to build towards their final stand. But the fish is waiting for him. GG is called. And ladies and gentlemen, Vici Gaming take the match. And with that, take the series 3-0. Your Watch Dota 2 World Pro Invitational champions are Vici Gaming, and they do not drop a single map here.
9 wins in a row, 8 wins in a row, something like that for Vici. They looked like they were just having fun in that game too, jumping around with Eurus just leading the charge over and over again. EG gets some pretty good ultis in a lot of situations there too, but Vici, they look so confident in their place, the way that they were playing this game, just jumping forward. Didn't matter if they even got black hold, they held their confidence and just took the fights anyway. Holy moly.
They looked incredible. Eurus ending that game 17, 5, and 11 on the slot. That buyback there at the end. We saw some buybacks earlier from EG, able to turn the fights, but then Eurus comes in, takes the game, seals the finisher. An incredible ending for Vici Gaming. Yet another LAN where Vici Gaming, this squad, they just look to be untouchable.
They look better and better every single time I'm seeing them. This whole tournament, they grew so much. Amazing game, just such a performance. That one was just so much fun to watch as well.
It was, you know, EG tried something a little different. They came in with this Void, this Enigma, going for the team fight plays. There was some sort of a chance there. They managed to hit combos, but at the late game stage, it just wasn't enough. Sure, they were catching Eurus. Eurus was sort of the star of the show on the front lines, but the rest of his team, they were a very, very strong backup squad. You know, PYW, these static storms.
So many good static storms.
You've seen it the entirety of this LAN. Disruptor has just single-handedly destroyed carries.
Yep, I mean, this build seems to just be absolutely amazing and well-deserved. They just look so good in this game, so confident.